Hey, Matthew.
Oh, good. I want to let me make him. Or did you already do that?
I
No.
I I I'm not the host, man.
Very good.
I did take it over last time, though. It's like,
Yeah, I remember that.
hi, James P.
There we
And it's
go.
plural.
Hey,
He's got
everybody.
James bunch of P's in his name, I guess. Hi, Coach Bob.
All right. Well, let's get it started. Welcome, 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 everybody. It is Thursday, August 1st, first day of August. Wow, 2024. 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, or whatever time it happens to be where you are, because you are watching us right now. Thank you so much for joining us on the Inner Circle. A lot of great things coming up, and Robert has shared with both Matt and I earlier today. This is going to be a good inner circle. So make sure you get out your pen and paper and take notes. If you're watching us on YouTube, we're glad to have you on board. The Zoom link is right above at the top of the chat. Please go ahead and click on that to join us here on the Inner Circle if you want to join us on Zoom. Otherwise, go ahead and just stay right where you are. That's okay. We got no problem with that. But if you do want to interact with us, and especially if you want to interact with Robert live and direct, you need to be on Zoom. And for those of you that do want to do that, if you're on Zoom, look down below on the buttons. Put your cursor in the middle of the screen where you see my face. On the buttons below, you'll see raise hand. Click on that, and we will call on you in the order in which we receive it. John Tier has his hand up first, so that's great. You're coming up, Mr. Tier. Thank you so much. If you want to just go ahead and ask a question, whether you're watching on Zoom or on YouTube, go ahead and type your question in the chats and we will ask it on your behalf. That's how simple it is. So let's go ahead and get started after I do mention that we are now up to 7,338 subscribers and growing more little by little each day. And thank you very much for helping to spread the word. Please make sure that you are watching our videos, you are liking our videos, whether they're the shorts or the long forms, and share them with the people that you know so that we get the word out to people with ears that hear. Thank you so very, very much. And now, let's get this inner circle underway. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for our two amazing hosts, Terry and Robert Hollis.
Hello, everyone. I hope you're doing great. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, we got you.
Craig again, the hostess with the mostest. Thank you so much, Craig. You're so amazing, and we love and appreciate you so much. I see Matt's on here, and if I didn't get a chance to say hi to you, I think Dee Dee might be the only person that I didn't say hi to. Maybe Arthur, but hello, every one of you guys. Thanks for being on here.
It's all bulked up.
Oh yeah, man. He's pump me up, pump me up.
And speaking of pumping up, Jody Falcon already posted a $19.99 donation in the YouTube chat. So, Jody, thank you so very much.
Oh my God, I went out of my way today and Craig posted all the incredible shorts that he does. Give Craig a hand. And he did one of me and Jody. And so I shared it with her and I got $19 for her children. That's pretty good. That's a great deal. And Melody,
And if
I
you
don't
want
know.
to donate, also go ahead and click the $sign in the YouTube, $sign that's below the chat, and then make your donation. All the donations, as Robert said, just goes to his charity. So bless
Yeah.
you, everybody, and thank you.
And monkeys.
And monkeys, I guess.
And monkeys.
Or it's a kabocha monkey. So
So yeah, Terry heard so many times the words that's not my circus, not my monkeys. So
now I
now
want one.
so now she wants some monkeys. So she wants to be a part of the circus. So
They're so cute. Why not?
so she's over there in her own world laughing, and I go, "What are you laughing at?" And she shows me monkeys swinging around. So, yeah, and it great again that God all makes us unique. That's cool. All right, all right. So what I'm going to do right now is I got something I want to share with you guys that I think is very, very, very important, and then we'll open it up for questions. This recent promotion that you've seen happen, right? With the tap and travel. You know what I mean? I'm not probably not even saying it right, right? Trade and travel, right? I'm going to share with you guys because I know that you guys have been around me a long time. And one of the things I talk about when we talk about the 4 stages of learning, you know, I know there's things where I'm incompetent. No.
Cooking. He's incompetent.
Help me out. I forgot why. Why did I
Incompetent,
forget what it is?
competent.
No.
What's the last
Consciously competent?
No.
stage? Unconscious competent.
That's it.
Unconscious competence.
Okay. So
Okay.
instead of explaining you guys to shorten this up in this first part, you know, you go through stages, and when you're unconscious competent,
Yep.
it's like you walk and talk. You don't think about it. You just do it. Thank you, Craig. And you know, my funniest one that I always heard is when you're driving, and while you're driving, you know, you got a donut in one hand, you got a coffee in the other, you're steering with your knees. You know what I mean? And it's like, you know, I know that some of you have done this in your life where you've driven to some place, maybe home or to work, and all of a sudden you shake your head and you're like, I don't even know how I got here. You know what I mean? And so one of the things that's cool about that is the mastery. This is the mastery of doing something so many times that you don't have to think about it. It's called muscle memory, right? So in this current promotion, I was able to find one of my superpowers that I would like to share with you guys, because I immediately stepped into a mode, and I'm not trying to brag here, but 19 personal front levels I got to purchase this package. All right, so that only increased, you know, my income because other people started doing the same thing. I just, you know, raised my income from where the average was probably another $7,000 in 1 month. And so, you know, even Matt reached
a
it.
couple of days. What are you talking about?
Yeah, really. I don't even, someone could throw a date. When did this challenge start? You know what I
4
mean?
days ago or something?
I
It
don't
was
even
the
know.
27th, I believe.
Yeah,
Not
so,
early
you know,
enough, no.
Lisa Marie got 2. So let me tell you something that I know about myself. And you guys are going to crack up because I wanted to find more quotes on this. But you guys have always heard with the Dunning-Kruger effect that the first thing you are is ignorance on fire. All right. The other one is ignorance is bliss. And so let me share with you a superpower that I have, because it's really, really cool. So step 1, I had tried various ways with Josh with Akashics before. And, you know, when they did the big thing with crypto with Todd Humphreys, I'm all in. I just go all in. And then, you know, they did the Go bot. And so now all of a sudden they got something better, right? Tap and trade. And they, how many people know that they did this promotion before?
Last month.
And I totally ignored it. I was like, nah. You know, I think I even probably said on some calls with you guys, you know, like Shark Tank, it doesn't interest me. I don't understand it. For that reason, I'm out. But then what happened is 2 unique things happened. One is watching Matty Pips hit 100K. And then I heard Ollie say in a leadership group that I don't remember what position he hit before, if it was 25 or 50. But the month before this promotion, he was doing 30,000 in volume in his group. And he went from 30 to 130,000 in his group. So I'm going, okay. And then there's a girl that I met years ago in Budapest, and she lives in the Czech Republic. All right. So you guys see me post her 1K today. And she didn't even know who she was under. And she's actually underneath Javon Davis. And she doesn't even know how she found his link. So Javon's on the top, and then Candace is one of the legs, right? And so she found Javon. So she shows up in Budapest and introduces herself to me. and never has done this industry or anything. So Maddie Pips goes to Slovenia or Slovakia, right?
Slovakia or Slovenia?
One of them.
Slovakia.
All right.
Slovakia.
Wherever
Okay.
he went,
Well,
right?
where they're going to go in September.
Yeah, where they're
In
going
Slovakia.
in September. Okay. So she drives over from the Czech Republic to watch him and work with him. And she's 1K because she built one leg, but she brought in 11 people at this package and her other leg. All right. So her jump start is going to be crazy, right? So 11, that's probably 11 times 50, let's say 500, 600. So she probably made about $1,000. You know what I mean? Which, if you know what the currency is in those countries, that's a lot of money. That's like $4 or $5 grand. So it got my attention. It piqued my interest. So then all of a sudden, when they decide to launch this again, right away, my mind just went, I'm going to promote it like a beginner. So if you guys notice, I was sharing Maddie Pips videos when they first launched it and Candace was on there. I grabbed that video, put it on my YouTube, just started sharing it with everyone. And then, of course, when they did a more polished one with Ali, I took that one and took it and put it on my YouTube channel. So if you go to my YouTube channel right now, I think that video has over 500 views. And I'm telling you guys right now, 300 of those 500 views was me personally. Okay? So here's what I'm talking about: ignorance on fire. Ignorance is bliss. Apparently, a lot of people don't have this superpower. Because when I met my mentor, I was telling Terry today, and you guys know the story, but let me keep it short for this video so new people that see it. Okay, so I had a guy tell me that a person made 62 grand and they seen their check. Ignorance on fire for me is I don't respond like the majority of people. That can't work. That must be stupid. That's got to be a scam. No, my first thought, I want to meet the guy that's making 62 grand. So if you guys are sorting, know that there's ignorant people out there. Very ignorant people. So if you're struggling in this business, I'm just telling you, you fucking know too much. Because the opposite of ignorance is knowledge, wisdom, education, sophistication. See, it's all these things that you guys learn from people that you hang around that I got to miss all those classes. You guys hung around a bunch of people that immediately try to find something wrong with it instead of just being excited. Are you kidding? Someone makes 62 grand? So I remember going there, and what I think is unique about ignorant people, my superpower, is I don't think about stuff that I don't need to think about. So I remember when I met him, and I was pretty bold back then. Maybe Terry and I are still bold, is I just said, Sean said you made 62,000 and you have a check. He goes, yeah, you want to see it? How many of you know people, or you yourself, when you meet somebody and they go, someone said this about you, can you show me it? Because that's, again, a superpower of ignorant. Apparently, a majority of the people on the planet are going, well, I don't want to offend them. I don't want to piss them off. I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. I don't want to be confrontational. Whatever bullshit you say, I don't have it. Did you guys hear me? Sean said you made 62 grand. Can I see the check? He goes, no problem. What do you think I would have did if he said, I'm not showing you? I'm going home. So I immediately, the most important thing for me is evidence, documentation, right? And I learned this from Roger Penske. How do you know that? See what I mean? I've already got my ass ream because I was regurgitating something I heard from a table, right? That's how most people live their lives. They're just constantly saying shit and they don't even know if it's right or wrong. They share it all day. They believe in it all day. You know, it's just like constant. Geez, did you see the injustice here? And they're all caught up in this stuff that they don't know and they love sharing it and they think they know it. I don't have that gene. Did you guys hear that? So then when he showed me a check, I look at the company logo, remember it like I'm here 37 years ago. NSA, the company with a heart. I opened up the envelope. Am I looking for evidence that it might be fake? Oh, hell yes. I open it up. I've gotten a check on a pay stub before. I open it up. The logo matches the one on the envelope on the top of the check. I see that it's a check. It's attached to the stub. I look at the watermark. It's real. Now, what does an ignorant person do when they see evidence of something real? Can you tell me how you got this? No, it's you know, I can't do it, blah, 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 right? So I turned around and I said, I just have a couple of questions. And he said, sure. Now, I told Terry this story before I got on here because I just think it's funny. The first thought, does any one of you want to guess what my first thought was? It was not that it was $62,000. It was like, who has a $62,000 check and they don't cash it? That was so this put me in a different realm of not only does this guy make money, but he hasn't cashed his check and it's from last month. I found out later he taught me to do the same thing. So it's not only getting a check, but then staying in long enough until you get the second check. And then you get to cast that one and show your second because they should be going up, right? And so then I asked him, I said, I just have two questions. What'd you do before this? Well, I installed tires at a tire store. And then every once in a while, I got to install car stereos. My thought, I'm going to be a millionaire. Now, that's how ignorant I am. That if he did it, then I can do it. Apparently, that is a minority thought. Apparently, people see people like me and go, Terry and Robert in the last 6 years made 4.9 million. That ain't happened to me ever fucking ever. See? So I'm now starting to find out what my superpower is. I'm so stupid, I don't even know to ask the questions that you guys ask. And because you guys have those thoughts and ask those questions, you attract the same people. You attract the person you are. Even though you're mechanically doing this business, you still do not believe. So you know what you think about before you connect with people? What if they ask if this is a scam? What if they ask if this is wrong? What if they ask if this is wrong? You guys won't connect with people because you're worried that they're going to ask the same questions that you're still frickin' asking yourself. What if they ask me how much money I make? Well, I don't believe in this and I'm not finding the right people, so I haven't made any money. So man, if they ask this question, I'm screwed. And then you post something and they go, can you show me your money? See, I hope Eric Markman watches this because he posted something and was duplicating me. And someone right below there put, how much have you made? I thank God that I seen it. And I said, why don't you ask me? And I posted my back office. Wham. Like just drop kick you right out of the ring. Stop picking on Eric. Try to pick on me. Okay? So after he told me those two things, then the next question I asked is, how long you been doing this? And he said, I've been in NSA for 6 months. I was like, now I found out later that he had been learning underneath Larry Huff, Larry Thompson, Jim Rohn for 5 years, right? And I think his last 2 years he was in Herbalife before Herbalife had problems. So, but that doesn't make a difference, right? So he's seen me. How many of you know when you do something right that you know the next question that someone will ask? And so I'm sitting there pondering, and he goes, "Hey, I got to show you something." And he immediately started showing me pictures of him with other people holding a check that was between 9 and 10 grand. And he says, "I met this person. She's a preschool teacher. I met this person. She worked at a restaurant. I found this guy. He drilled holes in the ground for porta potties or outhouses. This guy sold beepers. That was Mark Aceta for those that you know.
Didn't he sell cookware?
Oh, I'm sorry. Ricky Frank sold pagers, and Mark Aceta sold cookware. Okay, thank you, honey. And so he knew the next thing I thought is, okay, maybe he's successful. Maybe I can't do this. Look I taught all these people. I'm in. So now I only need to know how to do one thing. So now that I'm in, I just already seen the circles. I wish that I was a circle. Then he dream moded me, right? He turned around and he said, "Robert, if I endorse this check over to you, what would you do with it? Once you put it in the bank and it clears, what would you do?" And I started telling him. And all he said is, "How would that make you feel? How would that make you feel? If you pulled that off, you go home to Montana and you beg Terry to be your wife," and she says, "Yes.
And I'll buy you some boobs." No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my God.
Just messing around.
I'm just saying that if you would have said that, I would have said yes, Hey, I all I can tell you is more than a mouthful's a waste. So, all right. Well, you started it. You started it. All right. All right. So staying on the ignorance, right? That was probably an ignorant statement. There you go. All right. So now I just need to know. And I said this in desperation because of how bad my position was. And I just said, "Can you please, please, please just tell me the only things that I need to do?" And he said, "You got to say as little as possible to as many people as you can, as fast as you can. Do it with excitement and enthusiasm. Get their phone number, then call them back when they're at home from work, because there's no cell phones, no internet, and set an appointment and show them this VHS tape." My question to all of you that watch this live or recorded: when someone says exactly what to do, I'm so ignorant that I go, "Why would this guy lie to me?" I'm not interested in changing it. I'm not interested in adding my little spin to it. I'm not interested in listening to somebody that's not documented and add that into my recipe and screw up the recipe. I'm so ignorant, you guys, that if someone says preheat the oven to 375 and cook it for 10 minutes, I'm going, "You know what? I'm sort of hungry. I'm going to do 8. So I Googled some of that. I AI'd some of that stuff. And so the first thing I put in, I said, "What's modern words for ignorance?" Now, listen to these, if these haven't gone around, right? Unawareness, illiteracy, uninformed, oblivious.
Yes. Obliviousness.
Obliviousness. Geez, that's a lot of letters.
Oblivious.
Oh, so is that cluelessness?
Cluelessness.
Are you guys talking about obliviousness?
What?
Are you guys talking about obliviousness? Is
Yeah.
that what you said?
Yeah.
That is a crazy word.
It is.
Obviously.
Cluelessness.
Yeah.
Misinformation.
Misinformations. Nonsense?
Neoscience. I don't know.
N-E.
Nation.
Nascence,
have to
I think,
share
is
your-
what it is.
Share your screen.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, I think it's nascence.
We're from Montana. We can't pronounce words.
Yeah,
What's
nascence.
What the hell? Okay, I know what it means. Well, say it again, Craig.
Nascence.
Oh,
All right. Word I've never heard.
I'll have 2.
I just know that I'm less ignorant than I was before. I'm learning words as I'm going through this. In unenlightened.
Naivety.
Naivete.
Naivete.
Whoa. Okay.
Good one.
And I'm pretty interesting. Blindness.
Well, it says there to facts or knowledge, which, yes, I agree.
Yeah, not
Okay.
physical blindness.
So since you guys are there, here it's like I said, what is ignorance? Ignorance is hey, Matt, read that.
Wait, where?
Ignorance is the state of lacking knowledge, understanding, or awareness. Go ahead, Matt.
Oh, ignorance is the state of lacking knowledge, understanding, or awareness about something. It can result from a lack of education, information, or exposure to certain facts or experiences. Ignorance can be general, affecting a wide range of topics, or specific or to particular subjects or areas. It's not inherently negative, as everyone is ignorant about some things, but it can have a negative consequences when it leads to misunderstandings, poor decisions, or prejudice.
So listen closely, and I'm going to show you the next part. Some of you guys just hung around and you know too much. So I was special, and I went to special classes. So I was very blessed. The universe was looking out for me. So some of you know more knowledge than I do. So then that allows you to think of things of why this won't work for you.
I was going to say, why did I keep buying books? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. And so when he told me to find strangers, say hi to them, ask them to do me a huge personal favor, and then ask them if they knew anyone that wanted to make 6 figures a year. Do you guys understand? Never, ever, ever, ever did I have a thought that he was telling me the wrong shit to do. Apparently, that is a very special gift. Because I don't question, I just do. I don't change. I don't add. I just do. Now, to show you guys that I have a small part of you guys in me, it will be different. I did say to him, I'm going to do exactly what you told me to do. You said to get 70 people to watch this video in 30 days. I said, I will do it. Without a shadow of a doubt, I'll do it. I don't care how many people I got to go through. I'll do it. And I said, when I get this done in 30 days, if it doesn't work, I'm coming for you. See, it wasn't me trying to find a way not to do it. I was just telling him if he was telling me the wrong shit, that I'm coming for him. And he goes, I'll tell you exactly where I live. So I'm now starting to realize that, of course, you guys know the rest of the story. I did it. It was 72 people. People got involved. People bought product. I got plaques. I got checks. I got trophies. The rest is history. And I'm still doing it today. So why am I bringing this up? Before I go there, let me show you this other part, because I think you guys will really like it. All right. So this is the next question that I ask myself. Okay. So if I'm ignorance on fire and ignorance on bliss, my next question, is it human nature to change things like instructions or ways to do something? Yes. Yes, it is. It's human for people to be human and fuck everything up. Isn't that amazing? And I'm like, why do they do it? Well, they're using their innovation. They're using their problem solving. They're trying to be creative. They want to be individuals. They want to be a cultural influence. They're learning and experiencing. So I've always wondered this, you guys, if a dyslexic kid that went to special classes could find a multimillionaire and they tell me what to do and I just do it and I become a millionaire. Do you know that I've been trying to figure this out for 37 years? because that's where I get my frustration. If you guys ever hear my frustration, I'm going, listen, I told them to do A, B, C, and they turn around and go, no, I'm going to change it. I'm going to listen to somebody else that's not documented, but they say they are. I'm going to mess up the ingredients. I'm going to cook it at the wrong temperature. I'm going to not leave it in long enough. And I'm just going, every time I hear what people do to fail and struggle at this industry, I'm baffled. I'm baffled. So this is the way I do everything. So all of a sudden I see evidence, not only with Matty Pips, but he teaches somebody that's cross-line what to do. I look at her sales and I go, whatever Matty Pips is doing, I'm going to throw caution to the wind. Here's something that some of you will, I wish to God that you could do this, but you won't do it. I decided, you know what? I'm going to find the video that he used on the last promotion. It was a 47-second commercial. Thank you, Bob. Bob found it for me, Coach Bob. And he's like, Bob's like, look at what they're doing. Look at what they're doing. Look at this video. So I grabbed that video, put it on my YouTube channel. And here's the only thing that I was saying to people. I was going, you guys got to check this out. These guys are giving away $50,000. Here's a video. What's the next video? Then Candace did that video. So I put that one. I started sending it to hundreds of people. Then they redid it with Ollie, and I took the music off the front of it, and then I posted that. Are you guys listening to me? And then what did I start posting? Some of you did it immediately, and all of a sudden I got these screenshots, or some of you said I connected with whatever that company is, and I'm getting the 50K. I started posting those. Then the next thing that happened, some of you were showing it connected in your back office. And then I started posting those. And then some people actually already been in it. And so they already knew a little bit about it. So they just went in and got the bonus, the extra money, but they already had been trading, right? So then they got in and they were getting instant results. And then I started posting what people were making, like Tomas from Poland and Jaime Morales, And so then Josh Doramella. And so I reached out to all these guys and they said, yeah, I was already hooked up, but I stopped my membership and blah, 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 blah. So I jumped in, right? And then I go, can I ask you a question? Why did you stop Akashics? You guys want to guess? Have any of you been in Akashics, did it for a little bit and then quit? Okay, listen to what they said. Because that's why this came up to me. They went, I got in Akashic, I funded my account, and then I started doing tap and trade. And my account went from $200 to $400 to $600. I said, okay. Then one of them, the other one was Callie Jensen, and she said, then I started doing it manually.
Number 3.
Copy 2.
Okay.
Copy and posting stuff. And I made more money. And then they said, oh, Arthur's correct.
Yep.
And she said, then I guess I put the wrong figures in and I lost all the money. Do you guys know that everyone that lost money with Akashic is because they couldn't just do tap and trade? I think I'm a deal. I think I got this figured out. I'm going to start doing something different. What if I change the risk level? What if I do this? What if I... And then they lose the money. And whose fault is it? Akashics. Did you guys hear me? You know why I brought this up with Scott Galloway? He goes, you know what's the difference between successful people and unsuccessful people? is successful people do not give a rip about the mundane, boring bullshit. They just do more. So if you want, here's your guys' IQ test. You know, I've done this to you before. You own a McDonald's. After taxes, it makes you $250,000 a year. It puts you in the top 5% of people in America. If you want to double your income, what do you do? And ignorant, stupid people go, buy another franchise? That would double my money. Just do the same thing that I already did. Are you guys listening to me? Because if you guys heard of Brendan Burchard and who Frank Kern, Mike Dillard, who's the guy that does the ClickFoot? Russell Brunson. If you guys hear of all this and ask Matt, we've been on all their newsletters. The recent one is Alex Hermosa, right? So he does
Alex Hormozy.
Hormozy, thank you. So he does a post, how I made $100 million. Did the books, did everything, did the YouTube channel. And then 2 years later, he does a post, how to lose $100 million. And all of them have done it. You know why? They made $100 million doing stupid, boring stuff all the time. And then your ego gets up. Oh, I made $100 million. So they try to invest in real estate and lose. They try to invest in crypto and lose. They buy a couple of companies they know nothing about and they lose. They put money in the stock market, they lose. Why? Because that's just human nature. So it was written in Think and Grow Rich that the average person loses their money 3 times before they keep it. So you guys know that I'm not totally ignorant and stupid. I've lost all my money and had to rebuild it 3 times. Why? Because I do shit I know nothing about. Oh, is all I'm supposed to do is find people that have ears to hear and send out the same videos and do the same stuff? Yeah. So all these trophies came from me. When I got involved in a company, I asked Josh and Jenna to do a presentation for me. Now I asked them to do it for Melody. So Melody goes, hey, if we're doing this, I do a call on Friday for all my people. Would you come on there and tell everyone? I said, absolutely, Melody. Then I called Josh and Jenna and I said, could you guys do me a favor? They go, you just got in. Sure. Can you show up on this Zoom? Josh said, what's a Zoom? I said, I'll send you the link. I get on there, Melody introduced me, then I introduced Josh and Jenna. I let them do the presentation. We recorded it, put it on Facebook, and got that video seen 119,000 times. Robert, what do you do? Reach out and connect with people, and then ask them to do you a favor and show them this video. That's boring. That's pretty damn simple. Let me see. Let me talk to a couple of people online and see how I can fuck this up. And you start adding things, you start creativity, you put together a Google file list with 1 million fucking links on it. You start adding stuff, you start showing 1 million videos, you add them to 6 million groups. And whose fault is it? What's my fault? Because you guys actually believe that you're doing the same shit I am. No, you're not. So I record it so you guys can see what I'm doing. And then I see what you're doing, and it's no, you're adding stuff, you're taking stuff away, you won't keep it simple. So I don't know if what I just shared with you guys is something that you can change. But I'll tell you, there's certain areas that I'm too intelligent. I got way too much information. You know what? I need to get in shape. And I've done this to you guys before. Well, I wonder when's the best time to exercise.
Whenever you feel.
How long should you exercise? What should you eat? If I'm lifting weight, am I doing it correctly? You know, I see a video. I see a video and it says, hey, you over 60 years old? Yeah. Look at this guy, just ripped, 74 years old. And he says, I do 5 different exercises in a chair. That's too simple. That can't work. How many of us do this? So someone tells you, hey, this is what I do. And then you go, that's too simple. That's bullshit. They got to be fucking lying. So are you really honestly telling me if I did 10 sit-ups, 10 push-ups, 10 jumping jacks every day for a year, that I'm going to be in better shape? I don't fucking believe you. I'm not going to do it. And then a new diet comes out. Oh my God, did you hear about that diet? This diet, this diet, this diet. The reason that marketers make so much money off fat people is because fat people won't do boring shit.
Oh my God.
We won't look at the ingredients on something and go, okay, 20 minutes a day of some kind of exercise. I need to drink plenty of water and I need to eat sensibly. It's got to be harder than that.
It's not.
It's got to be, you know, I just have to burn more calories than I intake and I'll lose weight. Yeah, I went on a fast for 17 days, lost 36 pounds. It's crazy how fast I lost pounds when I stopped putting shit in my mouth. It's crazy. So as soon as I did that, then I had everyone in the world reach out to me. You can't do that. I'm a nutritionist expert. I'm going, Robert, you can't do that. I had all these experts come out of the woodwork. And why did they come out of the woodwork? Because they love and care for me. I really love and care for you, and I don't want to hurt your, you shouldn't do that. So how many of you, when you make a decision to be ignorant and go out there and just do what you're supposed to, say as little as possible to as many people as you can, as fast as you can, you not only talk to yourself, but then you talk to other people, and they're good at marketing, right? Hey, did someone tell you you should reach out on social media to strangers? You're an idiot. Buy my course for $497. And you guys go, I knew he was lying. I'm buying the course for $497. And guess what? You don't complete it, and you don't do what they tell you to do either. You add some stuff, add some ingredients, be creative, be innovative. Yeah, because God forbid that you do something short. So to finish this part up, did you guys like this part? It's like, listen, am I being too smart? Am I being too smart? Am I being too knowledge? You know, how many of you guys want to be ignorant until your income says that you can be smart again? All right. So the only thing other than the 3 videos that I told you that I shared with all of you, there was only one other thing I realized that I do. Unconscious competent. Story, 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 story. So what did I start doing? Look at this one. They did it. They did it. They did it. They did it. They got an email. They got it connected. They got it connected. This guy got profit. This girl got profit. This guy got profit. This girl got profit. I will beat you to death until you block me with evidence of people making money. And that's what I did with the GoBot until it fell. So did any of you get anything from this? Because I think the last part that I showed you, if you just realize that it's human nature for you to change things, add things, make them individual. Oh my God, I can't promote Matty Fifth's video or this Ollie guy. I seen in a live chat of him doing something, and Ollie was doing a presentation, and I seen in the chat, he goes, "It's because of people like you that I have to go through security at the airport."
Good one.
And Ollie didn't miss a lick. Because he's probably like me. He's slides the screen over or slides something over so he can't see the comment when he's focused on talking to the people that have ears to hear. But other people are trying to have ears to hear, but instead they're paying too much attention to the chat. So I thought, wow, that's why I record the videos and share people without the chat. I don't want them to be distracted. So no exaggeration on this next part I'm telling you. I know that I shared those videos easily with over 300 people. Bam, 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 bam. And when people go, "Why'd you send this to me?" And I said, well, a majority of the people that I try to help make money do not want to talk to their family and friends. They don't want to sell anything. They don't want to post on social media. They don't want to recruit. They don't want to build a YouTube channel. In fact, they don't want to fucking do anything. And I thought, wow, this is a perfect product for people that don't want to fucking do anything. And they came back and went, dude, that was pretty rough. And I go, did I lie to you? I look at your Facebook profile, nothing. You haven't done a YouTube video since the first two that you did 3 years ago. I don't know why you're even buying product. Oh yeah, I do. You're trying to keep your bank to volume. I got a guy. I don't even care if I'm shouting him out. You guys know Tomas Adam, the guy that came to me, and our whole Europe team is underneath him. He's so unchecked from the business that the guy went out and got enough personal customers so he doesn't have to buy any product. That's how checked out he is. So he's got like 3 people underneath him that are 100Ks and 250Ks, and he qualifies at 1K. This is a whole different place of ignorance, right? And the reason that he's checked out is because his team and the company won't give him praise and recognition for bringing in all those people.
They already did. Bring in some new people.
No, he brought in Laszlo. He brought in Laszlo, that brought in Shandor, that brought in Judith, that brought in AirPod. Why do you need praise and recognition because you brought one person in that did something? Just cast a check and shut up. You don't need to be speaking on stage if you're a 1K. Just cash your $8,000 a month and shut the fuck up. So, yeah, there you go. All right.
He's a huge complainer too.
Yeah, he does. Oh, yeah, just constantly complain about everything. Find something wrong. You know you're in a different class of human beings when you're responsible for helping thousands of people in Hungary and Romania and Europe make a full-time income, but you don't want anything to do with them. Wow. I know there's some people that watch this live or recorded. Just be that person. Just introduce me to a Laszlo and go about your business, right? So I hope this helped you. So I'm asking you, you can watch the video when I put on here why people change things. Just ask yourself, why am I changing this? Why am I trying to make it better? Why am I trying to innovate this? Why am I trying to solve problems that someone else doesn't seem to have? Have any one of you ever did this? Well, you know, they maybe they want to know about the product. So I'm going to put a couple product links in there. You see what I mean? It's like you can't help yourself. And what if they need more information? So I need to put some groups in there. I need to put some groups in there. And then did you see this graphic? Oh my God, this graphic's stupid. I'm going to create my own graphic. I can make this better. And when I got in, I didn't need a Google Doc or a video with 15 links on it, but I'm going to create that. Why? Because it needs to be individual. I need to be the deal. I need people to come through me. I need to do the presentation. I need to do the training. I know I'm broke, but that's what I need to do. I need to build a brand. I need it to be individual. Well, why? Well, because Jim Joe Bob said that. Jim Joe Bob said that, you know, he lives in Sarasota, Florida, and Jim Joe Bob said that, so I need to build a brand. Cultural influence. Is this powerful? Well, John Taylor's doing it. Did you see what Lisa Marie did? She's got 8 YouTube channels. That's what Lisa Marie's doing. Cultural influence. Immediately, instead of trusting us, ourselves being ignorant and just doing what we're supposed to do, we allow other cultural influences to change what we do. Anyone guilty of that? Me? You guys know, as I'm going through all this, and it might sound like I'm trying to beat your ass so you can be successful and live your best life. No, I've done every one of these fucking things. But then I become aware. And I'm going, why aren't I sharing Maddie? Man, I'll tell you what.
Let them do the heavy lifting. Jesus.
Matt and Ali seem to have this presentation down. And then Jefferson comes in and immediately shows testimonials that are recorded. If it works on me, it'll work on others. So what do I got to lose? Reach out, connect. Hey, John, I haven't seen you in a while. Check this out. Did any of you get me to send you some stuff other than the Imaginator or the Inner Circle? Yeah. I said, hey, did you guys see this? You see this? See this? Went down to all my front levels. Oh my God, I just thought I'd keep you up. I can't believe the company's giving away $50,000. Check this video out. You gotta, I got some questions. Can you talk to me? I do not. I do not. Why? I haven't done anything that they fucking told me to do. I bought the 229. I know I got some emails, but they're shutting this down at the end of the month. Do you want the 50K? Yes or no? Well, I have some questions. Watch the fucking video. I had 50% of the people say this to me. You're never going to stop being Robert. I'll watch the video. I guarantee you, some of you, when you got, well, can I ask you some questions? Sure, let's jump on Zoom so I can really fuck this up. Yeah, you guys don't understand how fast you're destroying in duplication. As soon as people in my group did it, got approved, and they seen it in the back of Akashics, then everybody started sharing the videos. And that's how you do 7,000 or 8,000 more in volume, is by people, and I'm still doing it. How many of you have reached out to me? I got a lot of people. Hey, Robert, I got a question. I don't know. Plug into AkashicsCommunity.com. Yeah, but no, I don't know. How can I help you if I haven't done it? Now I'm struggling. Because of my ignorance, I'm scared to go through the process because I don't want any more knowledge. Did you guys catch that? Because as soon as I know how to connect it, well, now I know. So then maybe I'll fuck this up. No, I won't, because I'll just tell people, listen, you got to learn the same way I did. So I hope this helped you guys. Because my superpower is I can go into wide open phase one, introducing it to people without knowing a fucking thing. That's a gift. So I just thought I'd share with you guys, because I know that a lot of people are doing. And what's the last one? Learning experience. People gain more experience and knowledge. Oh my God. The last one is this Kruging-Dunner effect. The last one learning and experience. As people gain more experience and knowledge, they might find better and more effective ways to accomplish the task, leading to changes in the instructions or the process. Damn it. Hey, Lisa Marie, can you tell me about the ingredients in the product? To be honest with you, I just got involved in a company. I ordered it. It's on its way. I seen some testimonials. I don't really know. But I know it's on the website, and I seen someone do a video. Can I send that to you? Now what happens? Lisa Marie gets the product, takes screenshots of the bottle, gets on a couple of calls about the product call, thinking that this is all okay. And then the next person she talks to, hey, Lisa Marie, can you tell me the ingredients? Can I tell you about the ingredients? Here we go.
You made the dog get up.
And then the next thing you know, you're on the phone for an hour. And people are going, holy shit, she did that without even breathing. She talked that entire time, and I don't think she breathed once. I can't do that. Let me send you some links. Let me send you a video. We just blow it up. And then production stops. No one's getting in. There's no enthusiasm. There's no ignorance on fire, ignorance and bliss. Now it's nothing but facts, 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 facts. And we didn't even realize it happened to us. Yes or yes? Okay. So, I don't know. Matt, you got any words on how to stay ignorant?
No, I'm crystal clear. I definitely am not that. So
Matthew.
I'm just kidding, you guys. No, I don't want to piggyback on anything that you were saying, because I think it's so valuable that it comes from you as well, because I've watched you, Dad, over the last month go through from the very beginning process of someone just starting in the business to getting a check once again, seeing that process, and even us watching that foundational process and going through that. It's really, really interesting how fast you learn the areas that you're exceptional at and the areas that you're not.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because in normal situations, you'd think, okay, I'm going to lean into the things that I'm not exceptional at and get better at them, and ignore the things that I'm exceptional at because I'm already good at that. But the reality of the situation is you probably should just do the thing you're already good at, and then let the people that are great at what they're doing do what they do best. So while we're doing all these videos, right? You know how me and my dad are. I'm like, we got a new idea, new funnel, new idea, new thing, whatever it is. And I'm like, time to shoot videos. Dad, shoot these videos, or he has some video ideas. He's like, I'm going to shoot some videos, send them over. And then we see that Maddie Pips video, and we see some of the other ones. And I put that in the funnels and stuff. And I go, Dad, you don't need to shoot any videos. Why the hell? What are we doing?
Yes.
We're complicating the process, just like we tell other people not to do, by going, I need to put myself through this process. So then I rearrange the funnel, the emails, all the things to go about promoting Matty Pips and the offer and the deal and Jefferson Santos and the people that already are documented in helping people with this. And then we start to get signups, you guys. And I wonder why that happens. And it's because instead of us having to be like the person, which we've been guilty of as well, right? Being the person that has to be the person that gives the information or points, guides, and directs where to go. I'm just point guiding and directing. And I think me and you both, Dad, have gotten back to that remembrance of like what building the foundation and of what makes your group successful or the people successful is basically like figuring out what they want, what they need, and what they're good at, and point guiding and directing them to the people that can help them in the business. Instead of going, oh, okay, so you want to call leads? Hold on, let me ask ChatGPT how to talk to leads so then I can tell you how you're supposed to call leads. It's like, or let me do this or that. It's like, no, direct them in a direction with somebody that can actually help them and has documented not just being successful themselves at doing it, but has taught other people to do it.
Yep.
And so like that's one of those interesting things because I feel like over the month of August, we're going to be so much better at documenting the whole entire process of what we're up to and what we're doing. And it's interesting because like when we were showing all the funnel stuff when the tap and trade came out and what we were up to, I went on this whole spiel and said, if you're not interested in this and you don't feel like it's exciting you to build funnels, don't reach out to me about it. And
Right.
Yeah.
you guys would be surprised. Everybody pretty much respected that. They didn't reach out to me like some people wouldn't go, how do I get started with the funnel? How do I do this and that or whatever? I'm like, no, this is a skill I excel at. My dad's not building funnels, but I'm also not talking to people on Zoom.
But yeah.
I'm not building the group. I'm not helping them duplicate. I'm not point guiding, directing them after I get them in front of you. All I'm doing is going, oh, okay, we're promoting an offer, tap and trade. Let's get them in front of the people that are the best at the presentation, the best at testimonials, the best at all that stuff. Let's get them in front of those people. Okay, well, now if we're going to promote travel and these other things, we've done pretty good with travel. So there's certain aspects of that we feel confident in. But I've never sold something like a Koshix before. So it's like, it just was another reminder that if you just point, guide, and direct people into the direction of the people that are already successful, you just took all the load of work off of yourself.
Yeah.
So many
Thanks,
videos
Matt.
that we didn't have to shoot. So many emails and testimonials we didn't have to go get. You know? All the testimonials and the emails that I had were all written by ChatGPT pretty much and taken from the presentation that they did.
Yeah.
I put them in the, I mean, that's the way that I did it. So that's all I'd have to share, Dad, is just piggybacking on what you said.
Yeah.
So-
It's thank you, Matt. Anything you got to say? Okay. Craig?
All right. What a way to get started. And I hope everybody took notes because, these are the kinds of things that are part of Inner Circle. This is what we do here to help you go to the next level. This is why Inner Circle is so valuable. So
Thank you, Craig. I do have
Thank you.
one last thing to say.
okay, go for it.
Yeah. A lot of people are watching the Olympics. Maybe some of you don't care. But as I'm watching the Olympics, do you guys understand the people that are winning the medals are ignorance on fire? They watch somebody as a young kid do a bunch of flips and stuff, and then everyone was excited. And then they seen the person do the national anthem and stand on the stage while they got a gold medal. And they were, pardon my language, they were so fucking ignorant that they looked at their grandma, grandpa, their mom and dad, and they go, that's what I want to do. I want to do that, and I want to go get a gold medal. While the rest of the world's going, you don't have a chance in fucking hell.
Yeah, it's like 0.001%. Like, come on.
Yeah, and they're
You should just
going,
give
I'm
up.
getting a gold medal. I can get a gold medal, and everybody else stands around and goes, "What is wrong with you?" And then all of a sudden, it's like, wait a minute, was that little girl that we told her that she wasn't the right size and maybe she's too beefy, or You know, she's standing up there getting her 8th gold medal. I'm like, how can you be a winner in life without being ignorant? Because that is another word for faith. Faith is believing and doing things that you haven't seen yet, that there's no evidence of it. And you're just locked up in that imagination, and everyone looks at you like you're out of your frickin' mind. I'm going to get thousands of people. I'm going to have 1 million active affiliates in my group, and I'm going to be doing I'm going to be do 5 million a month. I'm going to be a master. I'm going to make over $500,000 a month and 6 million. And it's like, this guy's like a half a bubble off plum.
Big.
He doesn't got, his elevator doesn't go all the way to the top floor. And so I'm just telling you guys that hoping that you believe that you have that superpower. Because if you know too much and you listen too much and you're stuck up in a bunch of stuff, and I'll say this, and some of you are not going to like it, right? But you just know too much. Do you have the ability to go back to basics? Do you have the abilities to teach a brand new child how to do something? Because when you're teaching them to walk, you're just holding out your fingers. And you're really, really patient. And you're like, you can do it. You can do it. You're not having them watch a site where someone's, winning a gold medal because they ran 100 meters faster than any human being on planet. That's not the way to teach somebody to walk. It's actually to dumb it down to a point where you make it so simple, right? So if any one of you have ever taught anybody anything, that's where Albert Einstein got that whole phrase. If you can't teach it to a 6-year-old, if a 6-year-old's going, I don't understand what the hell you're saying. You're just confusing me. All right, now I'm done.
Okay, wow. I hope everybody got that. Please watch the replay because lots of great information. Robert, bless you. Thank you. And Terry as well.
Thank you.
And Matt as well for helping us out with that. Thank you guys very much. All right, hands up include Kai, Al, Lisa Marie Cook. And first, we are going to John Tier. John, go ahead, unmute yourself, and please share with us.
Wow, Robert. That was
Thank you, brother. How you doing?
Man, I'm incredible, and I'm going to get better. Hey, Terry, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Just saying, I'm incredible. I'm going to get better. I'm telling you.
Are.
Amen. How are you today?
Swell.
Robert, man, I put a phrase in my head with all that. I said, I'm going to be forced ignorant.
Yeah.
Forced ignorant. Man, couple of things. A change of state of mind. I had to kind of renew my insurance. Every year we have to do this thing. So I called it in, right? The first day I called in, they said you have an hour wait. I was like, oh no, I'm not waiting on the phone for an hour. So the next day I said, well, if I gotta wait, I'm gonna set aside about an hour. I'll get on the phone, I'll watch something. And it was 2 hours and they cut me off.
Oh, geez.
Now, supposedly this was the last day yesterday. And I said, man, I gotta go through this thing again. And I said, man, I'm going to get on this phone. I'm going to have to wait and blah, blah, blah. And I said, hold it. Stop. Boy, dial. I sat back and I imagined myself getting through and everything going smoothly. And then I concentrated and focused on that, calmed myself down, dialed the phone. And they said, there's less than 3 people in front of you.
Awesome.
Love it.
Just like that, just
lifetime imagination and manifestation. Bam.
Yes, just like that, and we got everything done, and it was cool. And I got my stuff done, and I was so happy about that. The only question I have is, well, before I say that, you were talking about point, guide, and direct. I was very, very careful when I made my statement today on in the imagination group, because I have in my mind point, guide, and direct. I said, yeah, I just watched Josh's video. It did everything it said, it's and I've really gotten in that habit of saying, oh, just watch this video because it'll show you what to do. I
Yeah.
don't care. I don't care that I know how to do it. Doesn't really matter. Watch Josh's video. It shows you what to do. I'm looking for a simple video right now that shows me how to actually use the tap and trade. Does anyone know that? What video that says, do this, do that? Anyone? Anyone? Bueller?
Okay, so
But-
that must be why Jenna said that starting August 5th through the 8th, that they were going to do those videos.
Okay.
Because I did not know that that didn't exist.
It might exist. I'm kind of going through the videos trying to find something that just says, when you get the trade alert, this is exactly what you do. That's what I'm looking for, something like
Yeah,
that.
that was brought up in the recent videos. Is that August 5th through 8th there would be some training.
So John, let me tell you what I would do. I'd be ripping through Maddie T's videos or Ollie's videos.
Ali, what's Ali's last name on it? He's in one of the educators, because I didn't know.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, if you
All right, I'll
watch
find
that, if you watch that last video that I have, I think it's like almost my newest video on YouTube. I took off the front music so people could use it, and it probably says his name, right when he logs on to Zoom.
Okay.
And so I would find that guy. I did this. I followed Maddie. I followed Ollie. And I thought it was funny because if you guys watch that video, he starts out and he says, so where are you guys coming from? And the video starts out and goes, Yellowstone, Montana, Robert Hollis, the legend. Great to have you on here. And I went, this is what happens. This is what happens when I promote and get on someone else's video and give them flowers and praise and recognition.
Mhm.
They give it back. What a concept. So yeah, I before the videos come out on the 5th, if they're planning to do that, my only other question is when I go through it, I'm going to do it this weekend. I'm going to force myself to do it. I want to lead by example. I want to be the first duck jumping off the curb and landing in the water. I need to do this. I don't want to be an expert. I'm going to promote and edify other experts.
Right.
But I do want to go through it, but I'm going to do it to get on there and trade. I'm not going to do it to teach.
They're
Right.
the traders. I mean,
Yeah,
the
I
teachers, not
listen
the-
to the experts. So I'm saying that it might be in that. And isn't it funny? You guys all know that we're human beings, right? So how many of you went to a Cossack community and immediately went, for the love of God? How am I going to figure out what to do here? Is that a good thought or a bad thought? Because let me spin that around for you. If I told you guys I would be willing to sell you a perfect course that I have to be successful and happy and fulfilled, and when you bought it for $997, all it was a quote from me, get off your ass. Would you be a little pissed? You'd want more information. But because God all made us unique and we're all different, then every time we look at something, it's either too little or too much.
Mhm. Mhm.
Now, here's my thought when I went into the Akashic community. I'm always brutal with my inner circle people. I looked at it and I went, oh my God, this is just like a library. This
And I
is
did
just
tap-
like a library.
Right.
When
And I did
walked
tap on
into
the one that said tap
library,
to trade. Right.
yeah,
looked
when
on
I
that-
walk into
right.
when I walk into a library, my first thought is, I'll never fucking get through all these books. No, My thought is walking up to the librarian and saying, I'm looking for this book and this title. Can you guide me?
Yeah.
So you know what I'd be asking in the help? Can someone find me a video that just shows someone doing tap and trade?
Okay, gotcha.
Because we all know, I'm going to be nice here. Some of you are going to think I'm not being nice. I'm telling you what, chat rooms are full of Aaron Parkers.
They are.
They're.
Oh my God.
Hey, I'll help you.
Yeah.
Check out my video.
What a
So YouTube is that way too, don't you guys know?
Yep.
It's like, listen, I don't know how to clip my nails.
How do you put fake eyelashes on?
Yeah, and I can go to YouTube and someone's going to tell me, hey, I did a video on how to clip your nails. Hey, let me show you. So I thank God for those people, right? I mean, honestly, thank God for those people, So that was funny, when Jenna got pissed off because of the help community way back when and shut it down. That's why I think Aaron left. He no longer had a place.
Yes, I did, Peter.
Yeah, all Aaron Parker was interested in being is MDC's customer service. So that's why his check was nothing. Avoidance activity.
And speaking of that, that was the reason why I actually got this was the testimonials of the video that we saw with Candace and Josh, and
Yeah.
then, it was because of those testimonials that came on, and I was like, these people are like making money, just like really, it's not taking a lot of.
They got
super
the
smarts.
lingo. They got the
Yeah.
lingo. You hear Jefferson Santos after spending 15 years marketing Dream Trips and find out that he was the very first member of Dream Trips. That's like competing against Candace talking about her own products.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, you get Candace Bird talking about detox tea and her new pill.
Right.
You'd be an idiot not to use her video.
Okay. Right.
See what I mean?
Right.
But hey.
Yeah.
Thank you, John. I don't know. I wish I could help you on that.
Well, I'll go out to that community and see if there's something very, very specific about it.
There is a video
Oh.
of Patty Pips.
Okay, I guess look at the chat.
Arthur did.
Arthur, thank you. Arthur's always up on this stuff, man. Arthur, did you jump in at Akashic and become independent too fast?
No. No.
But you've been using Akashic, right?
I had signed up for it before a while ago. This was before they like redesigned everything. So I still had the old app on my phone.
Okay.
So I had to delete that, download the new app. That's why I was able to get the $50,000.
Oh.
Because I hadn't been in it. Because I hadn't been in it for I don't know, maybe a year or so.
So you're really
so everything,
new. So you're new right now.
Yeah,
like
everything on there looks like totally foreign to me and new. So
okay, good.
I'm just learning like everybody else. But if you watch the onboarding video that's back there, it's the first video.
Okay,
Right.
are you saying when you're saying the onboarding video? I just want to clarify for everybody. How do they see this onboarding video? Do they have to go to Akashics, or is this part of the download of the app?
The second tab
Akashics.
on the left says getting started,
Yeah.
and then
Thank you.
It just says Akashics onboarding.
Right.
Are you talking about the website, Arthur?
Yes.
It's actually in the Akashics Academy.
Oh.
Okay.
As soon as
Yes.
you get
Not
on
every-
Akashics Academy.
You want to make him a co-host? Can you share your screen
Sure.
and just show us quick, please, if you would? I want to know. It's not that John wants to know. I want to know.
I think everybody wants to know. Yeah.
Okay,
John,
so-
Arthur, you are a co-host, so go ahead and share your screen.
Where's the shares? Oh, there it is.
It should be on the bottom with the buttons.
Okay. Can you see it now?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got it.
Okay. Right here it says getting started,
Mhm.
What a concept.
onboarding. But if you don't, after you watch the onboarding one, this is Matty Pip's video.
Okay.
It says how to open new trades. So he tells you how to open a trade if you're getting a trade alert.
I didn't see that one. I didn't see that one listed there.
And then you're
So-
saying that the onboarding one is the
So-
one that's
Yeah, this is the one that Josh did. It's 26 minutes long. If you go to around 11 minutes, he's talking about the trade alerts.
okay.
Yeah.
And then he does the tap to trade.
Ah,
Tap to trade. There it is.
got
Around
it.
the 12-minute mark.
Awesome.
So just rewatch that, John.
Thank you, Arthur.
Thank you.
Have Arthur, have you done a tap and have you tapped to traded yet?
Have you tapped it?
I haven't, because most of the alerts that are coming across are trade alerts. They're not tap to trades that I've noticed, but I did notice, like in the Telegram, Jenna was saying that, you want to follow the traders that are the most successful. And all the traders are human, so they make errors. So you're not going to be taking everybody's trades because they're all using different strategies. So like Matty Pips has a threshold for what he takes a profit at. No matter what, it will get to that threshold, and then he'll cut it off and sell so that he's not risking too much of his funded account and blowing through his account. I think when I watched one of his videos back here, I think he said it was like you take your 3% and then you close it out, make your money, and then you go back. So he's only risking 3% of his fund each time. And if you look on TradeX Mastery, he was number 1 this last month.
Okay.
He has a $200,000 funded account, and I think he's at like 208,000 now or something like that.
So he's made 8,000 since he's done that.
A little over 8,000, yeah.
Well, yeah, because he keeps taking 3% out.
Yeah, and so the way that they explained it, like Ali explained it on there, was really good. How he was saying, how he saved up money. Like, and I was like thinking this too in my head. I was like, because I'm in real estate, so I'm like, well, 3% of $200,000 is way better than 3% of 10,000 that took me forever to save up.
Yeah. Yeah, I love when Ollie said that, so you can, when Ollie, I've probably listened to that last presentation. I'm not exaggerating 20 times because I want to learn the lingo. And when you keep doing presentations over and over and over and over again, you figure out what works, or you figure out better analogies to share.
Right.
And so he says, if you've ever heard anyone say that they've done trading before and they haven't made any money, they're right. See, if you guys ever hear me do a presentation that I don't do anymore, I used to say this all the time. You can ask Melody and Craig. I used to say, how many people have heard anything negative about network marketing? And people would raise their hands. And I said, everything you've heard is correct. And I said, because people don't talk about the basics, they say stuff that isn't true. And so I said, if you just did what you needed to do, you would get results from this. So he said, when I first started trading, I put in $500 of my own money. And he says, I thought if I made 1% per week, that would be impressive. And he said, so I made $5 a week. I wasn't excited. And I'm going, so when people say they're not making any money, do you think when people say that is they didn't make any money that they were impressed with?
Yes.
See, they didn't make any money that made them excited. So then they quit. So he says, if you did it with a $50,000 account and now you make 1%, that's $500 a week. Now 5 times 4 is 2,000. Now people are excited.
But you
So
expand
I've
that
never-
out to TradeX Mastery has a max cap, I think, of like it's either 2 or 5 million. So expand that out to where you have like a $2 million funded account.
Whoa.
And if you're averaging 3% like Matty Pips all the time, 3% of $2 million every single month. Expand that
Jeez.
out even further. So you're just playing
Wow.
with numbers at that point.
I'm telling you guys, I'm going to be the most ignorant person with this. I'm going to hook it all up, and I'm just doing tap and trade. I'm not interested in being an expert in 2 weeks with this stuff. But don't you guys find it interesting? Because people will tell you where they're at. And even Jaime Morales said, when you first got involved in Koshik's, I loved trading. And he says, so I jumped in right away. And I go, why did you quit? And I hear the same story every time, you guys. We just talked about it for the first hour. It's like, instead of doing the simple copy and paste, copy and paste, copy and paste, and I tell the story that you guys, when the first time I played craps.
Yeah.
And you guys heard me tell that story. First, I put money on the table. Everyone stops. Everyone's quiet. They're pissed off at me because I don't know what to do. That's pretty intimidating. Pull my money up. Everyone's excited again. So then I decided to just do exactly what this other guy was doing that was winning money, but I used $5 and $10 instead of 50,000 and 10,000. And he won. They doubled up on his chips. He then left. I didn't. I let my money stay. And then the very next throw of the dice, I have no money. And I'm going, wow, if we would just recognize as human beings how many times we tell ourselves, oh, I got this. And I don't play golf, but I just know a lot of golfers. And they used to tell me that that's why they play it. Because you are on, you got it. And then all of a sudden your confidence builds, you're ahead of everyone. And then you swing the golf club and the ball goes 4 and it goes off this way and it goes off this way. Because it's just so damn humbling that you thought you had it and then you don't.
Robert, I just want to get to the point when somebody asks me, well, how are you making money? I say, I don't know. I just press a few buttons and then the money shows up.
Yeah.
That's all. That's all.
Yeah.
Because when I first looked back there, I saw these terminologies. I was like, what is this? Okay,
Yeah.
now I got an idea of what I'm looking at now. I'm like, okay, it's not as
Yeah.
hard
So
as
thank you, Arthur. Everybody give Arthur a hand. Yeah.
I just looked, Robert, and on the TradeX Mastery, it says start with a $200,000 account and scale up to 5 million. So their max is 5 million that they'll let you go. So if you're averaging, like Matty Pips, 3% a month or 3% on all of his trades, and then he closes out to take a profit, then $5 million, 3%.
Wow. That's a goal. That's a goal. Tap and trade, tap and trade. So thank you, Arthur, very much. It's like, again, if we're all willing to just be ignorant and say, listen, I don't need to know more than the basics, and how many of you know that thoughts are things? And it's funny that I still have people that go, yeah, I followed the email and now I can't hook up my account. And I go, that's not my problem. Go find out. And then the guy sends me a message back and he goes, oh, I got an email from this funding company and I guess I wasn't supposed to go through them and buy another $99 package. And I'm going like, so you didn't read the email then? And he said straight out, he goes, nah, I was in a hurry. I just clicked on a couple of links. I thought this email. See, everyone that gets in trouble is thinking. Do you notice? I thought, I fucked up.
Rob, I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna be transparent. When I first got back there and looked at it, I was like, oh, I know I can figure this out. And then when I couldn't figure it out, it's like, oh, I'm doing that man thing, right? Where we just look at stuff and say we can figure it out.
Yeah, it's like I'm not lost. Stop talking. I'm like.
So I said, hey, Why don't you go back to the video that says onboarding? Maybe that information's in there.
I love Arthur. He says, well, when you log in, click on get started. And I was like, man, this is
No way I'm going to do that.
yeah, oh my God, Arthur's a genius, click on get started. Then when you click on get started, see this first video that says onboarding? Whoa,
Right.
hang on. It's like, so
Yeah.
thank you, Arthur. Appreciate that because I know a lot of people.
Yeah, thanks, Arthur. Appreciate you, man.
Has anyone on here since we started this new thing? Has anyone done any trades at all? All right, so that's how new it is. Because I know Lisa Marie, Lisa Marie is so excited about. She's like, well, how is this going to happen? How is this going to happen? And I'm like, Lisa, come on, take a couple of breaths. I don't think there's one person that's done a tap and trade yet. Hang on, So, anything else, John?
That's it, man.
I love you, man. Thank you for sharing.
You too.
Thank you for sharing.
See you, Terry.
Yeah, John, thank you so much. And Arthur, thank you so much. And, this is the inner circle. Oh, hey, Dex and Leo. There they are.
They're stage 5 clingers.
Yep. Well, aren't they the big supervisors over there?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
It's my house and you're lucky to live here.
That's right. I don't know why I'm vacuuming up.
Yeah, I can't lay on the floor and fix anything. They're like put their heads underneath me trying to pick me up. It's like
They're sweet boys.
you're good boys. Okay, let's go.
Very cool. All right, keeping it going. Now we're going to try it with Lisa Marie. Kai, you're coming up, but let's go ahead and try. Where'd you go? There you are. Let's go ahead and try to unmute Lisa and see if we got you, so you can ask your question. If not, I do have her. What was that?
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
Yay!
You got it. Go for it.
I fixed it. That's awesome.
That was such a bummer we couldn't hear you last time.
That's okay. That's okay. I didn't have much to say, but this was awesome, and I think my questions have been answered already. So, I believe I just was having issues with all the noise, all the distractions, and all the groups, and you know how that goes. And I also, John, was looking for. Well, see, and I can choose to not have that too.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure that I'm in the right group, and yeah, I'm not going to join all those groups. They're there if I need them, I guess. And
I really, really don't have time to I just don't have time to go through that stuff. There was a bunch of people, Lisa Marie, that were asking me a lot of questions. You weren't the only one. And I told the number one thing that I was telling people that I know they understand now if they got on the inner circle is I just wanted to see how many people I could get in on this package before, midnight Pacific time. So, I one thing that another superpower I have is my ability to really truly listen without being distracted.
Right.
And so when I listened to Josh and Jenna, there was a funny thing that Jenna said at the very end of that video. Okay. And I don't know if you guys caught it. I don't know if I brought it up to people, but I said, when Jenna said, I'm going to do this and I'm going to tap and trade and do this because I don't want to recruit forever. I thought, wow. So does that mean that me and her and everyone on the planet sort of get sick and tired of just, recruiting people that won't do nothing? What do we call that? A Freudian slip?
Yeah.
Oh, is that the better name?
Freudian.
Yeah.
But
I agree.
yeah, so we do get to decide. We do get to decide what we're going to allow to distract us. And so when they put those groups together, what's the biggest joke in the mastermind alliance of all the leaders? Is Jenna and Josh know me so well that when they came to the replay of that video, they tag me. Hey, Robert, here's the replay. Because I'm not going to go through that whole fucking chat of you guys just having a good time. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't. First of all, I'm not reading and you guys don't do voice clips. And Craig and Matt do this to me as well. They don't mean to. They normally say to me, hey, all the stuff that we're talking about above here is none of your concern.
No, we
Because-
do it on purpose. We know that that's the way me and him communicate. We know that it's just me and him.
Exactly.
Well,
Yeah.
it's
So
awesome
I'll
to
jump
have
in.
somebody like that.
I'll jump in and see that little blue circle, Lisa Marie, that says 54. And you know what my mind says? No. Just
Well,
no.
yeah.
And people will
You
send me
see-
a message with a bunch
Mhm.
of writing on it. And I'll say this to them. I said, I've discussed with you in the past that I'm not going to read that stuff. So I'm not going to read that stuff. Have a great day. And then if they want to give me the message, they'll give it to me verbally.
Mhm.
I'm not going to stop everything I'm doing because I can actually do stuff while I'm listening to their message.
Right, right.
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
you've trained yourself to do that for sure.
well, I'll tell you what it is. It's my imagination and what I set as a priority. Okay. So
Mhm.
there's some really big things that the Hollis family has in their imagination right now. And that's my priority. My priority is how quick can I hit master? Because 500,000 a month, 6 million a year is going to be some stuff to make us make some things happen.
Right. Yeah.
So it's just numbers for me. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? It's just, hey, I just need 74,000 people.
And I was in Akashics for 1 month the beginning of last year, just for 1 month. And I went through the training, everything. It just really didn't understand it. There's a lot that I did grasp,
Right.
but there was tons I didn't.
Yeah,
And so
that was me. I got into Akashics as well when Todd Humphreys got in. And
Mhm.
see, I don't want to use the word try, but I think that's what I did.
Well,
You know,
we
so
all
when we talk
try,
about
but-
Yoda, and it's like not try, do.
Mhm.
So I can remember saying to myself, listen, I'm going to go through these videos, and I probably did say the word. I'm going to make a really good attempt of doing this. And so he wrote down, I got CoinZoom, and he wrote down the percentage of all the different ones that he got. And it worked out perfect for me. I bought Bitcoin at 68 and 68,000 a coin. And then we bought them, and then it was 19. And I, so sometimes I actually joke with people. I tell people, listen, if I'm getting into something, you need to sell immediately. I'm going, so if you ever hear me saying, hey, I'm getting into something like NVIDIA, just know when I get in it, it's going to crash.
Oh,
All right.
geez, don't say that. Oh my gosh.
All right. But I'm going to say a big but now, Lisa Marie. This time I made a commitment for 5 years. And the
Okay.
second thing that I did that Warren Buffett said is daily cost averaging. So this is the first time that I ever did it. And I buy $50 worth of NVIDIA stock every day.
Okay.
So I looked at my income and I just said, $1,000 a month is what I'm going to do right now. And so I broke it in, and I'm just going to do 50. Here's the first testimonial that I have positive of me doing any trading. Since I got in, NVIDIA has kept taking a dive and dive and dive. And since it's done it, I'm buying stock at
Right.
$50 a day at the lowest price it's ever frickin' been in 3 years.
Right. Right.
So-
Exactly.
So like Warren Buffett said, when in doubt, zoom out. So I've shared this with Terry because Terry's in it for $200. And I just go, every time you go, what the hell? Just zoom out of NVIDIA stock for 3 years, 5 years. And you immediately, your mind goes, I'm okay. I'm okay. Because like NVIDIA is not going to be a company in 5 years. So I know for a fact now with my imagination of just being consistent, in 5 years, everyone's going to say to me, what? You bought it right before the 10-time split? Yes, I did, because Hannah Hollis and my son Kyle told me to do it. Matt.
Yeah.
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 So see,
you know,
yeah.
we
But
just
if I
met with,
looked at it, every day, Lisa Marie, I'm joking.
you would go
I,
nuts.
I would sell it. And what
Right.
if I do? I'd be caught where everybody else is. I'd be selling it at the lowest price.
Right. You
So I
need to
bought
do it
high,
long
like I
term
did in
and
crypto. And then I bought it at 68 and sold it at 19.
well, live and learn, right?
Well,
We did.
what if I stayed in?
Right. Same thing with Fred and Facebook. He bought that and it took a freaking dive. This was many years ago.
Yeah.
When they first started out. So he was like sweating it big time, you know. And when it hit a certain number, he cashed it out. And he did. He made like 15 grand. But if he would have held out for the long run, oh my goodness, I would not be here right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
So
know,
where would you be?
on some island someplace, I'm sure.
Are you gonna build Buddy's place on an island?
If I have to, Misfit Island, sure.
Hey,
you know,
you can take care of animals anywhere in the world, can't
that's
you?
right. Absolutely. And we had our financial advisor here last week, and I had a conversation with him as soon as Fred walked out, because I have my own account too.
Sure.
You know, and I just asked him some serious questions, and it turns out that I can actually afford to open Buddy's place myself. If I took it out of my retirement, I asked him, I said, if I took out, you know, just because I'm not collecting anything, you know, I asked him, I said, if I took out $1,000 a month, how long could I survive like that? If I was all by myself, whatever. He said, the rest of your life.
Wow.
And I said, what? Are you freaking
isn't that a great question to ask? That had to put up, like, you're proud of yourself.
Oh my God, I felt like just everything got lifted off my shoulders.
Well, did that scare Freddie because now he thinks you're going to leave him?
Yeah, it did. It did scare him. I don't.
Hey, I got enough in my own account. You don't straighten up, I'm out of here.
You know what? I can do it with or without him.
Great. That's great.
Yeah.
It is. So it's just a matter of pulling that trigger,
Yeah.
I guess.
Well, and here's another thing I want you guys to know. When you create an incredible imagination and vision for people will throw their money at you.
Especially with animals.
You know, so you got to constantly go, I need to share a video of my vision and what I think Buddy Place can do for children, what it can do for animals, what it can do for people, you know, because you and I've had these conversations about, one sheriff's department, decided to do something with a local animal shelter. And so all these prisoners would show up and, their whole lives have changed because they're taking care of animals.
They're taking care of the dog.
They're not trying to take care of people that don't give a shit and trying to take advantage of them. You know what I mean? So their minds were changing because they're, so that showed a couple of prisoners that once they got released, now they're bringing their kids and their girlfriends and their wives so they're still volunteering, just really open up that vision of what you believe it can be and share it with the world, because you don't have to self-finance anything.
Right. I would like that very much.
Yeah. So there's only two things, just like everything in life. is your ability to be able to do your best and practice and just keep sharing different versions of your story, right?
Mhm.
And then through all those different versions of stories of what you could do in it, and this makes multiple videos for content, right? And now before you know it, you got 40 different versions of what Buddy Place can do.
Mhm.
Now you take all those 40 videos and you find the top part of every one of the videos, and that goes into a shorter video of point.
Right.
And
Right.
then what you do is you're just bold enough to put together a GoFundMe.
Can I do that for something like that?
Hell yeah.
Really?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
And now, people are like, hey, what are you doing? This is my vision. I have my video on my GoFundMe page. And now what you do is you envision and imagine somebody with a lot of money that goes, that touched me.
Mhm.
That touched me. And I'm going to make sure you guys have no clue how many success stories came from them person sharing their vision and then someone coming in. Do you know that ChatGPT was funded at the beginning by Elon Musk?
No, I didn't know that.
Because someone pitched him on the concept of what if we had an AI that was open source that we didn't charge any money from and everyone could learn from. And Elon Musk said, I'll put 10, 20, 30 million, whatever, bam. Then that turned out not to be what they did with it.
Right.
But their first story got Elon Musk to open up his pocketbook.
Sure. Yeah. And I have envisioned that. I have envisioned that happen. Somebody's going to see and they're just gonna, I'll touch their heart for sure.
Yeah, and just tell them, listen, this is the only thing I'm looking for. I have the land. You know what I mean?
Right.
Can there be
Yeah.
multiple Buddy Places? Of course there.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah.
just you gotta think like a lot of people are going to help you, because that's the only way it's going to be big. So
Right.
I just said that to you to say,
You could do a Patreon too.
you just don't want to do when you're self-funding it, then it doesn't seem to take on a life.
Right. Right.
Because you're doing it. It seems like no one gives a shit and doesn't care, and you can't seem like you get any traction. So you just keep hearing of people having this vision and mission, and they just keep throwing their own money at it. And they never ever get it to the world. So
Yeah.
if you come from your heart and I've watched your videos, you don't know how to do a video not coming from your heart. You're getting so comfortable with who you are.
Mhm.
So you look at the old Lisa Marie versus the new Lisa Marie, and you're going on there and your confidence, you feel good. It's like you forgot about the way you look, your lighting. You don't even think of that. You just get on,
Mhm.
hey, I'm doing the scripture of the day, and wham, you know what I mean?
Right.
And
Yeah.
so understand that you kept doing these videos exactly like Mr. B said. You were willing to do the number of videos. How many videos have you done?
682, I think.
Wow.
Yeah. See?
Yeah.
682 more than me.
Yeah. And so just understand that you worked on that part. So if
Yeah.
I told you, Lisa Marie, I'm going to put you in front of a billionaire, but I need you to understand something. You only have 3 minutes.
I think I could do it. I think I could.
See, most people would say, I need more time than that.
No, I think I
Well,
can.
more time than that just means that you created like 300 videos, and then all of a sudden you started getting it. So now you know what points mean more to you and what points mean more to others.
Right?
See?
Good point.
And it's like,
Yes.
so now you're not telling people anymore what Buddy Place would be for you.
Mhm.
Now all of a sudden you're telling people what Buddy Place would be for others.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
And they're
great
going
point.
like, She never ever talked one time when I asked her what Buddy's place was. She never said anything about herself. She's doing this for the animals. She's doing this for the kids. She's
Mhm.
doing this for the community. My God, that's a great vision. I want to be a part of that.
Yeah. Yeah. I keep thinking that's going to happen. I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I seen Coach Bob put crowdfunding and also MySpace. Yeah. So yeah, you know what? I don't know why we hadn't talked about this before. Maybe it just wasn't time.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But
Maybe.
you can go to you could go to GoFundMe and put in any kind of topic
Okay.
just to feel comfortable. So if you go to GoFundMe and you're going to see people trying to raise money for everything.
I suppose. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, that's what it's called. Maybe some of them focus on more of immediate help or something else. But like Coach Bob said, you go to crowdfunding and you're going to see, if you just put crowdfunding in Google and
Mhm.
see all the different things there are, you'll be blown away.
I suppose. Yeah. Yeah. We don't know what we don't know, right? I will check it
Ignorant.
out.
Ignorance.
All right. Awesome. Thank
And
you so
anything else,
much.
Lisa Marie?
No, like I said, I think all my questions got answered already. So perfect. Thank you so much. Love you guys.
Love you too. You're amazing.
All right. Thank you so very much, Lisa, for sharing. Great share, too. All right. Coming up, our last one for the day is Kai Au. So, Kai, will you please open up and share with us?
Hey, Robert, can you hear me all right?
Yeah, I can. How are you, Kai?
Highly blessed and favored and deeply loved, and thank you for all the prayers and energy that helped me get through this crazy time.
You're
And,
welcome, my friend. You're
especially
welcome.
Peter and Linda, you guys really brought something out of me when I was ready to be over with. So yes, Peter, Linda, love you guys.
So Peter and Linda talked you off the bridge, huh?
More or less.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why
it just things just miraculously happen. I don't know. It's probably law of attraction. It's probably the higher powers. It's probably a little bit of both. Who knows? Some salt, some sugar, some spices. Who knows? But yeah. Yeah. Things are saved, but it was just really ironic. It was like after all that happened, stuff started opening up, and of course we had our conversation this morning. And you brought that up earlier, but anyways, that's funny. But yeah, things are just starting to realign itself as we speak. So yes. Thank you so much. I just want to give you a little quick praise report because I know we're running out of time. So,
here's something that I think is really remarkable about you, Kai. All right. If you look over the last 3 years of your life and how many times the wrong forces of this world have tried to take you out and didn't succeed.
I did think about that. As a matter of fact, today, I was like really happy and overjoyed and relieved that okay, we're done with this. I can move on. But this one friend tried to talk me out, and it's like, well, maybe you should leave this company now, and because all you did was put your eggs in one basket. And I'm like, well, that's condescending. And they're like, yo, you should just go ahead and you should just go get a job like every one of us. And I'm like, wow, really? And you, of all people, do Uber and Lyft, not just one, but two.
Right. Yeah, I like when we were talking about, the people that are not that smart, ignorant people. It's like, I watch ignorant people every day in the Olympics. And I'm sure they had a lot of people like you telling them that they should stop.
Well, absolutely.
I just need you to know that I'd rather listen to people that are, that the rest of the world will be talking about these people for the rest of their lives being, part of that women's rugby team where they won a medal. And then you hear, oh, by the way, United States women rugby has never won a medal ever since the Olympics were created. I would like to be a part of that team. I mean, maybe not the women's team, but
Theoretically speaking, yes.
Yeah. But me, I'm constantly looking for these hero stories. I just love the ignorant people that didn't get the memo. Did I cover that thing? Did I bring up to you guys a story about the guy that sold Ben Affleck his house? I was telling my son this. My wife and I were watching.
We watch Selling Beverly Hills because it's beautiful out in California. I love to see all the houses. So it makes me happy.
She loves watching real estate and looking at all the beautiful homes. She stays in dream mode. And that's why we get the stuff we got, right? And so they talked to this one guy and everyone's going, oh my God, he's always in the top 4 or 5 real estate agents in the world. And one guy just out of nowhere goes, yeah, but he knows everybody. Like, that's not fair. And he goes, well, what do you mean? So they asked him, guy walks up to him and he says, how do you know Ben Affleck? And he goes, well, when I started in real estate, I thought to myself, if I'm going to be a real estate agent, I need to do it in the most exclusive neighborhood in the world. And he said, so I walked door to door and I pressed the gate intercom. Buzz. And Ben Affleck answers and goes, can I help you? And he goes, yeah, I'm a new real estate agent. And this is the only way I'm going to learn how to do this. So I was just wondering if I could introduce myself to you if you ever run into any real estate needs. And the gate opened up. He walked in. Ben Affleck came out of his house and walked up and shook his hand and went, that is some balls.
So the guy sold Ben Affleck's house and then sold Jennifer and Ben the house that now they're trying to sell because they're not staying together or something, I guess. But
so he took
$5 million his house.
So by being the person that walked up and buzzed, door knocking, he introduced himself to Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck said that he had so much cojones that he let him be his real estate agent. And he's going, well, and he goes, yeah, I'm a new real estate agent. And I just recently am working with the agency. Edification. I'm a new real estate agent and I'm working with the agency. And they go, are you kidding me? They're one of the largest people. Everyone's heard of the agency. You work with Mo? Yeah, he's my boss. And here's the deal. So they sold the house and now he knows Ben Affleck, but he's helped him with the new homes that he's bought. And so Ben Affleck then invited him to his house. And people were like, who is this guy? That's my real estate agent. He helped me buy this house. Now his network is freaking. Can you imagine the people Ben Affleck has as his party? And J-Lo has at their party? And that's
I actually do.
Agent.
Yes, I actually do know some people who go to Ben Affleck's party.
Yeah. And so this guy having the courage to ring a buzzer on a house that he doesn't know. And now this guy has networked with every top person on the planet. Wasn't his name like Sebastian or something?
Yeah.
Serengato or
Sebastian, but yeah, I mean, he's a business partner of.
Oh my God.
So
yeah, I mean, and everyone.
Real estate people go door knocking. The number one thing that real estate people have to do is get leads. That's the most important thing. Because if you don't have leads, you don't sell a house. Yeah, and we watch it, and it's so funny because even his daughters complain to him. And he goes, listen, you can be family and you can actually run this. You can be the CEO of my company. But I'm telling you, if you don't get leads, you're not going to make any money. Then you're not a person. You're not a person that can do this business. And then the only thing we hear about it since we've been watching these series is all the people that are in there and they're going,
it's like Mo's too busy, the CEO of the agency. And they go, he's just too busy. And he's the one that actually gets the lead and sells the home, and he'll sell a $49 million home, and he won't give us any of the leads. The guy that owns the company, that's the CEO, is out selling everybody.
Because he says you forget, and you gotta get back into it. He said, so I'm always out trying to sell homes because you forget that part and you can't forget it. Because otherwise you don't make any money.
So now the agency is doing $8.4 billion they did last year, and he has 90 offices all over the world. And I'm going like, this all came from one guy? And so he goes to Miami, and the guy that's running the Miami office goes, you know how crazy Mo is? When he met me in Miami, he came to Miami, asked who the top real estate agent was in Miami, and my name came up. And Mo sat down and met with me, and he said, hey, listen, what's the most expensive places? And they said Star Island. And he goes, great. Can we get over there? And he goes, sure. And he went over there, and Mo started knocking doors right in front of the guy. And he said, I want to work for this guy. I've never worked with anybody that would go door knocking with me. And this guy's a CEO of one of the largest real estate agents. So the reason that he attracts the best realtors in the world, because people go, man, that $165 million mansion? Yeah. Who sold that? Mo, the agency. So we're watching this, and the very first person he wants to meet with, he sits down with them. And listen to this guy. He sits down with them, and they show him this penthouse and this in Miami, 3-level penthouse in the top of this new building. And it had 200 units in it. So he's sitting down with this guy and these two guys that own it, $1 billion worth of real estate. And he goes, why should we pick you than all the other people that are trying to get us? And he goes, because nobody on the planet can outwork me. He said, eventually you'll sell all these units, but nobody will sell all these units faster than me. And the reason why is because I care. And they both looked at each other and they said, well, we'll think about it, and we'll talk about it tonight. We'll sleep on it, and we'll get up in the morning. And Mo said, I'm sorry, that's not going to work for me. And they both looked at him, and he said, do you know how excited I could be and work for you at this second if you accept me right now? Just say yes, so I can start getting my agents on phones so we can sell this unit by the end of the week. And they both looked at each other and went,
let's shake on it.
There you go. You know what I mean? So then while the rest of the agents went out and partied that night, he showed up with them for a little while. He immediately called the next biggest realtor in Miami. And he goes, hey, do you know Kyle? Yeah, I just signed a contract with him to sell all the units in his skyscraper. I understand that you just built one. Yeah. If Kai trusts me, why wouldn't you trust me? And they go, you're hired. He's in town for 4 days partying with his friends, and he finds two real estate developers that had over $1 billion of units each, and he signed a listing with both of them. God, so I'm pretty good at this industry, you guys, but I don't go into a city and sign two contractors, developers that each have over $1 billion. This guy is on a whole different level of confidence in what he believes he can do. So
pretty interesting anyway.
Yeah,
same type of stuff.
But that's the kind of stuff that Terry and I watch. If you guys want to know what we watch stuff where, people are making an impact. They're doing stuff, and now his daughters are following him in the business. And it's like, just be one of the ducks that jump off in the water and let the little ducks follow you.
Yeah, I mean, it's really ironic that we are having this conversation because it's extremely inspiring. Oh my God. Inspiring. I must be listening to you too much.
Yeah.
But also, this one friend of mine who he said that stuff to me too was also attempting to become a real estate agent in Bloomington, Indiana, and he wasted over $6,500 purchasing leads.
Oh, wow.
Sound familiar?
Everybody wants a shortcut.
Yeah.
Yes.
Everybody wants to do the shortcut. No one wants to do the ugly.
Yes, and what he doesn't know that I actually have multiple ways of making money between my business, MDC, and other things around. I just don't talk about it. I don't brag about my accolades. I don't brag and say, "Oh, look at this big house I have." Or it's not me. And I think he got a little pissed off because I told him, like, yeah, my next plan is to actually pay off all my debts, rebuild my credit score, get a new car, and then buy this house that I'm in.
Yeah,
sure.
And I think it probably pissed him off a little.
Well, yeah, we're all going to run into people that haven't used their imagination in a while. So, we can't be offended by them. They're just ignorant.
Very, very. I mean, through these past years of struggle, I have begun to realize that I've been too nice to a lot of people.
Yeah.
Too nice, borderline naivete. And I mean, just for the sake of keeping friends around me. Nowadays, I'm just like, you know what? You could just go.
Yeah, there's a whole new group. There's a whole new group of people out there that are taking you to the next level. Just focus on them. And anything else, Guy?
No, just
all right.
Just a praise report.
I love you. I love you. I love you. I got one other thing that I'd like to say to you guys that I heard today. And if you ever, how many of you procrastinate? Raise your hand. How many of you want to think about it and raise your hand later? Here's something that I thought was pretty powerful. Someone said, I really have a problem with procrastination. And the guy responded by saying, when was the last time that you were curious about anything? Because how many of us have gotten curious about something and we don't realize that we blew away 4 or 5 hours going down a rabbit hole? So you're not a procrastinator if you're curious. Wouldn't you guys agree? Because as soon as you're curious about something, you got to know about it. You got to start diving into it. You spend more time. And then you're down this, I wonder about this. I wonder about this. So if you're procrastinating, maybe just ask yourself, what could I do to get curious? And here's how I stay in that curiosity stage instead of a procrastination stage is where can I find the people that I need? How can I get in front of more people? Because you guys understand this. We all know that elections coming up in the United States. Why is there the same ad after the next ad, after the next ad, after the next ad? Are you guys a little crazed out right now that we're still, 90 days away from the election? And it seems that every commercial's a political commercial? Why would they do that? Because it works. I don't know where these politicians get their money, but I do know one thing is if someone told them, well, you got to do a touch point at least 10 times to get their attention. And I think that politics just go, well, what if we did it 50,000 times? If it takes 10 times for them to get it, how many times can we run an ad? Are you guys understanding? So the most money in the world and the biggest powerful people in the world to understand that they got to get a short video in front of us as much as possible. They call that a commercial. I just think that if you guys thought that way, I need to get a video, a short video in front of as many people as I can, as fast as I can. And find the people that have ears to hear that reach out to me and go, hey, I would like to, I know this sounds silly, but if your guys are helping people get results, what if I reached out to, Peter and Linda, and I said, Peter and Linda, who's the most ignorant person you know? Because those are the people that make shit happen. Isn't it? It's like, have you guys ever met somebody that is so enthusiastic that they're so into imagination mode that they're oblivious to anything outside of what they're doing? And when they tell you what you're doing, you're going like, this person has no sense. And they're like, oh my God, I'm going to build this and I'm going to do this. And you're just like going, I'm just trying to get you to look at a business opportunity. I'm trying to get you to look where you can get $50,000 and you can start trading. You know what I mean? And they're like, listen, I think I could sell an egg glue to every person on the planet. I know it's getting hotter out there, but my goal is to sell igloos. And you're just going like, wow, no one's home. And you know what ends up happening to these people? Is you're driving through a city and you see an igloo and you're like, what the hell? This guy found another ignorant person. Because I knew I could close with this, because I used to close opportunity presentations like this, right? I don't know who invented the pet rock, but they made millions of dollars. And after making millions of dollars, you know what the guy did when all of a sudden everyone's like, you want me to buy a rock? He put them in nice. They had birth certificates. They actually had the rock, and then the little box that they came in, he had holes in the box so the rock could breathe. Okay? You guys think I'm bullshitting? Look up pet rock on Wikipedia, right? And he made millions of dollars, and then all of a sudden the smart, sophisticated people aren't going to buy a pet rock or a chia pet, chia. It can grow hair. For those of you that don't have hair, it can grow hair. It's like, how many things are sold and you just sit there and go, you got to be out of your mind. So then after he sold all the pet rocks and no one was buying them anymore, he reached out to all the people that bought pet rocks and said, hey, listen, you send them back to me and I'll send you a death certificate. And they're like, game on. He didn't pay for the shipping to send the rock back. Thousands and thousands of people sent the rock back to get the death certificate. And he sent them a picture of where he put the rock. Look it up. So we all think that, that you have to be brilliant, right? So two people come to America and they go, wow, we're in the opportunity world. You can do anything. And so everyone broke apart boxes, right? Anyone broke a box apart, cut up the ends and stuff so you can make it flat. These two guys, I believe they're from Israel, came to the United States, and they took a folded cardboard and folded it up, and then you could unfold it and put it in the windshield of your car to stop it from getting hot. After they made that, they went to McDonald's and all these Fortune 100 companies, and saying, we're selling this piece of cardboard. When they put it in their window, would you like your advertisement on it? So everyone's been folding up cardboard boxes and throwing them away. A couple of people came to America where you can do anything, and they took that same piece of cardboard and sold it to people for millions of dollars. And then they got a bunch of companies to pay them millions of dollars to put their advertising on a piece of cardboard. I could go on and on and on with being ignorant, but having imagination and passion. So don't you think all these things that I know that every one of you have seen an advertisement and going, who in the hell is going to buy a chia pet? So then they come out what? Every Christmas, and we not only got Chia Pet Lincoln and George Washington, but now we got Chia Pet Obama. You know what I mean? Do any of you think that there's a Chia Pet Donald Trump? I get you. And people go, who would buy these things? I think people would buy them just to send it to maybe their friend or relative that's on the other side. Did you guys catch that? It's like, I know what I'm going to do to Craig. I'm going to send him an Obama Chia Pet. You know what I mean? And Craig's the kind of person that would say, thank you very much, and send me pictures with the hair growing out. So why? Because Craig knows me and him are going to meet face to face, and he's going to invite me over to his home, and I'm going to go, I sent that to you as a joke. And he's going, hey, doesn't it look awesome? I've been watering it for years. Who doesn't buy them? Sophisticated people, people that say that's stupid, people that go, who would be so stupid to sell that? And we get to watch infomercials every single day and go, you gotta be kidding me. You gotta be freaking kidding me. And you know why they're running the commercial? Because people are buying them. So I think someone was really nicely put in here, you know, maybe we should dumb ourselves down a little bit. You know, because someone says, you know what? What if I came out with an elf on the shelf? I'll get people to buy an elf, and then I'll teach them how to hide it from their children doing other things. And then someone says, well, what about Mensch on a bench? You know, there's Jewish people out there. So what if I came out with Mensch on a bench? I seen that on Shark Tank. Just like I seen, I'll draw a cat for you today. It's like, sometimes I really think that the ignorant people that are not educated, that are not sophisticated, they don't have degrees. I've said this many times. The reason that I make millions of dollars of doing this is because I just don't got a degree. I'm like, hey, you know, I have to reach out to people and ask them if they know anyone that needs to make money. And then they say, what is this? And I say, watch this video. I'm sure the very educated, sophisticated, elite people look at it and go, oh my God, that's one of those network marketing MLM pyramid things. But these guys can't explain why this ignorant auto mechanic that's dyslexic makes more money than them and has more freedom than them. I also know another thing that I'm really proud about is the impact that I've made on millions of people's lives. And with the money that I've earned, I've helped out a lot of orphans. So I don't know. Maybe I should have a pin that says, ask me, I'm ignorant. So I can just look at you and go, I don't know. All I know is this guy makes $62,000. And he told me that if he put a video together and I let other people watch it, that some of them are going, are you kidding me? This guy that used to work in a tire store makes $7 million a year? Yeah, I can do this. And that's where beginner's luck comes from. Have you guys ever seen someone that just wanted to have fun? And you go, what are we doing here? Well, you find a ball that fits your hand and you throw it at the pins. Okay. And they throw it and they get a strike and everybody's cheering and he's going, I just did what you told me to do. Yeah, but you got a strike. I don't even know what a fucking strike is. Well, if you get all 10 pins down in your first ball, well, isn't that what you told me to do? Now you're making it complicated. You're making me feel like I didn't do anything. You just told me to throw for the pins, and that's what I did. And everybody cheered. Why are you trying to ruin this for me? Well, let me make you understand. See, when you get a strike, you get 10 plus your next two balls. See, if you got a spare, you only get 10 plus your next ball. And it's like, why are you ruining this for me? Because we don't do that for little children, do we? See, we put the bumpers up and they got this little rail that they can put the ball on and they drop it and the ball goes down really, really slow and it knocks down one pin and everybody cheers. See, we don't treat children that way. Children do things and everyone's applauding and everybody, way to go. And they're going, yeah, I want to do this some more. Adults that are ignorant, that do something, and then we got to give them more instructions and steal their dreams, steal their imagination. Sean, I can understand that you got to check, but I'm just telling you, you did it wrong. What? I was enjoying myself. I was having fun. Why you got to ruin this for me? Well, you need to plug into these 15 groups and make sure you don't miss these 22 calls. It's like, oh, by the way, you didn't qualify. Why didn't you qualify? I need to find something else to do. Any of you guys guilty of being too elite, too knowledgeable, too sophisticated, wanting to be a coach and a trainer and destroy people's fun? I'm glad my mentor didn't do that to me. He didn't even give me a script. Hey, Robert, go out and introduce yourself to people. Smile. Don't get in their space right away. Look for body language. And when they smile, approach them and say, hi, my name's Robert. I was wondering if you could help me out. Pause for a little bit. When they look scared, then say, hey, listen, I'm just looking for quality people. We're looking for people that want to make 6 figures a year. We're running ads in newspapers and magazines. We can't find the quality people we need. Do you know of anyone that would be interested in making 6 figures their first year with our proven training and marketing system? What is this? Why are you interested? Well, I don't know what it is. Is there any way possible I could get your phone number and then let me know when you're home and relax and I'll give you a call and I'd like to set a time for me to come over and share this with you. Yeah, Amway's still doing that. Isn't that crazy? Hey, is there any way that I can come over, Jerome, to your house and sit down over a cup of coffee and flip some pages? Hey, it's nuts, isn't it? Yeah, I don't think people want to be robots. You know what I mean? Here's a script. Don't be a person. So how many people now are starting to believe that they can do this more? If you would take all the elite stuff out of it, all the knowledge. I mean, just that's why I still, hey, it's pretty easy for me, to reach out to James and say, hey, James, listen, got a minute? Yeah. Hey, listen, I just got involved with something where people can actually earn income, and you're going to really love this. You don't have to know anything. You just got to press a button on your phone. So have you ever had someone call you, James, and you press the button so you could talk to them? Same thing. So a lot of people don't want to post on social media. They don't want to talk to strangers. They don't want to talk to their family and friends. They don't want to build a YouTube channel, TikTok channel. They just want to make money. Can I send you over a short video to look at? Awesome. I hope this resonates with you. Well, man, that did. What do I do now? I got a little longer one for you to watch. The first one was like, I wanted to see if you're interested. Now that you're interested, watch this. These are experts. These are the guys that actually teach people how to make money. I'm learning from them. So check out this video and see if you want to learn from them. This is not for me. At least I know. James, do you know anyone that would like to make money anywhere in the world from their phone? It's like, you guys are going, oh my God, he's saying something different. Yeah, because everyone's different. The first people I thought of to reach out to with the Akashics is everyone that I know that wouldn't do what I already taught them. So, hey, I didn't reach out and assault them, right? That would be pretty weird, right? I reach out to Coach Bob and I go, listen, I know you don't listen to anything I tell you, but look at this. Hey, here's the funny thing. How many of you know people that did this tap and trade, travel and, well, okay, anyway, trade and travel? How many of you guys know people that bought it just because everybody else is buying it? God dang it. God dang it. Bob gives me a call. Really nice, Coach Bob. Hey, listen, I just wanted you to know that I bought that thing. And I'm going, okay. And then he says, I'm busy doing a lot of stuff, but I guess I'll slate some time to learn how to do this too. I'm going, listen, that's awesome. I'm proud of you. And then I get a message. Hey, Robert, this is Craig. Yeah, I decided to do that trade and travel thing. I go, awesome. That's cool. We're all going to go through it together. FOMO. Yes. It's like, are you creating that? Because I have a belief moving forward that all of us, if we would just keep it simple and just tap, 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 don't try to go to the next stage, don't try to become independent, just tap. I know it's going to be boring, but one day you're going to have a lot of money in an account and it's not going to be boring anymore. Because if you just tap, then you're going to have these screenshots that Jenna shares that I shared with you that already of a couple people. So Tomas is the one that I sent you guys, and another one was, he tells me to call him Jimmy. Craig, you know Jimmy Morales, Jaime Morales from God.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he's been doing like 20 things in the last 6 years. I caught him at a perfect time. And so he gets in's already tried. He says, yeah, I've traded with a lot of companies. I go, why'd you stop? And he said, they went out of business. And I go, just do it once. So he came in for 229. very next day makes $300. And he's going, I made my money back in one day. I go, don't mess it up this time. You know, mastery takes 10,000 hours. Let's just be ignorant until we become millionaires. So if you guys want to know the secret now to Robert Hollis's success, is for 37 years, I'm doing the boring stuff that no one wants to do without changing it. I'm like a professional athlete. I'm like a professional singer, a professional actor. The rest of the people say, Jesus, all you do is drive around in circles. 500 miles. Win a trophy, get paid $12 million, and people go, geez, all you do is drive in circles. John Force, 18 years, world champion. Pull up the lights, one white, yellow light, one yellow light, turns green, step on the gas, 300 miles an hour, 3 seconds. John, what are you going to do next week?
Same shit.
Same shit. Same shit. Pull up, get the light, step on the gas, pull the parachutes. Singer. Yeah, I'm just singing the same damn song. I just keep singing the same damn song. I just keep singing the same damn song. I show up at a concert and I don't sing the song. And then the audience starts singing the song for me. And I'm like, God dang it. I guess I got to sing this frickin' song. I don't like singing this song anymore. You got people like John behind him. Guess we're playing the same damn song. Yeah, I guess people. Man, I'll tell you, that Scott Galloway video got me. He's going, the most successful people in the world are people that just keep doing the same boring shit over and over and over again. They're not trying to innovate it. God, I'm on a tangent right now, am I? How many people in the world have tried to do their rendition of the national anthem? And people are like, what the fuck are you doing? Stop that shit. Stop that. Do a Whitney Houston. No, attempt to do a Whitney Houston. You guys know what I'm talking about? These people that got to do a song and they got to do it on their own. So now they're doing some verbal gymnastics. You know, it's like, just sing the fucking word. Jesus, why? So Whitney Houston will go down in history as being the best person that ever sang the national anthem because she sang it the way she needed to sing it. You just didn't like try to put their own spin on it, right? She just sang it to the best of her ability. A little different. Wouldn't you guys agree? So, you guys got it? I think I trying to come out of no. Oh, Arthur, you got something to say quick?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. I just wanted to, on something that you were saying, when Matthew Thayer, Matty Pips, when he joined NDC, I remember watching a video that he did explaining his training or his trading technique, and he laid out a plan of 3 to 5 years of how you can grow an account with $500 all the way up to 2.9 million. I'll try and find it. It's on his YouTube channel. I'll find it and I'll post it in the Telegram.
Oh, awesome!
Group.
Thank you.
Got it.
But he did a plan.
Do you think that we got the tap and trade though? Because
I haven't seen any tap and trades come from him. It's only been from Beidel and Joel. I don't know why I don't see any from Matty Pips. But most of the things
I'll tell you why why I would rather you not share that video.
Oh, okay.
Okay, because Matty Pips has some mastery.
Right.
See, and so he's doing it the way he learned it through his mastery. The reason that the tap and trade exists is because people don't believe they can ever be that.
Got it. Okay.
And the other thing they don't believe is they don't believe long term. So I believe in all of my heart, the reason that tap and trade was invented
For
is
the lazy people.
we just got to get people some wins. See what I mean?
That
So
makes
it's
sense.
like,
Yeah.
yeah. So if you can get people to do the tap and trade and get a win, and then tap and trade and get a win, and then they got a win, and then they take a screenshot of their phone of their wins, and then they post it on social media. If we get a bunch of people doing that, we'll create a thing called momentum. And it is going to be fun.
Got
A
it. Okay.
lot of fun.
Got it.
And so the reason, if you guys know this, just a side note, and thanks for bringing this up, Arthur, do you know that the company that gives us the 25 and 50K, which, by the way, inside knowledge, they're going to do this again in September, if you haven't heard it. So the 50K giveaways are going to happen again. So just be aware of it.
So get some wins so that we can post it later.
Right. So us just doing tap and trade and getting wins and posting our wins. Because the first thing that people are going to do in looking at our accounts, Arthur, is they're going to go, well, fuck, of course, Arthur, you're making money. You have $50,000 to trade. Well, yeah, the company gave it to me on a promotion. Well, how do I get that? It's coming up. Because there's going to be two groups of people. One group of people are going to stay ignorant and just tap and trade. And they're going to constantly be posting their wins on social media, building that account to when the next promotion happens. And they're going to double and triple the size of their group in 5-6 days. Just like I did. And then there's going to be the people that are going to step into the other realms and they're going to lose their money and they're going to get pissed off because they're going to do it.
Like Jenna did, she blew her account because she was pushing to try and reach $5,000 a day. And she got a little too zealous and too risky and blew a lot of money.
Josh believes that's what broke the gold bot.
Yeah.
He believes that people are doubling down, that we cause a little rift and people that have their own sophistication on how to trade gold just flip the market. All got on a call. We got a smart ass that's effing around with the gold market. Let's teach them a lesson.
Yeah.
And we all learned.
Yeah. And we all learned, So I do believe there's people that constantly manipulate the stock market. And there's a bunch of people that manipulate crypto. And these are people that got a lot of money and they're day traders. So right now, if you look at the time that I've been in NVIDIA, it looks like someone's having a heart attack. So you know what I mean? And that stuff used to bother me. And now I'm just like, I'm not touching it. I'm just, so, it's just bizarre to me, even with the Wall Street. I've always seen this where, oh my God, overnight it drops by 500 points. Why? Because I believe there's a bunch of billionaires on conference call, just like Mad Money. Or no, it's Dumb Money.
Dumb Money.
Yeah, there's a bunch of people out there that are on, 4 or 5 people calling, hey, do you see what this roaring kitty guy's doing? Yeah. Let's put a pinch on him. It's I know that's going on. You know what I mean? So he just
Yeah.
stayed in it. He wouldn't give up. But he's now trying to replicate what he did before, and it doesn't seem like it's doing the same thing. See, I think he did the pet rock, right? And so now when people are looking at, GameStop, and they're looking at AMC and these other stocks that people were used to manipulate, they're watching them now. I can guarantee you, some of these big guys already created a program. Hey, someone starts playing with a little stock that we're shorting. Let's figure out what he's doing, and because that's how they take the average person out of the stock market. That's why I build on crypto. That's why I build on Wall Street.
And crypto just a few days ago went up to 69,000.
Wow.
Yeah. And you watch it. You watch
July 29th, just 3 days ago, or 3 days ago.
I think in the last month that it maybe last 2 months, I think it's already been at a high of 74.
Yeah, like I think last week it went up to 73,000 something like that.
And what do we hear every single time you're talking to a Bitcoin expert?
Total.
It's going to 100 million. See, they got to tell you that it's going there. So when people get in, then it drops. Everyone freaks out in sales. Then the people with the money watch the dip. They buy in, and then it goes to the top. And then
yeah, I mean, you got countries like Ecuador who's buying lots of them. You have BlackRock who's buying lots of Bitcoin right now, and they're just buying on all the dips.
They're buying on all the dips. So they hype it up. It's going to 100,000 a share. You got to get in now. And they always do that when it peaks. And people go, if it's going to go to 100,000, I'll buy it at 68. And then it drops to 40. And then I better sell now or I'm going to lose all my money. As soon as they do it, it drops down to 40, 45, 38. Then they all buy. And then it's going to 100,000. Oh my God. And it is like, man, it's like crazy. So thanks a lot for bringing that up, Arthur. But let's keep everyone. That's why I said ignorant, because now all of a sudden everyone's jumped into this program, and the ignorant people are going to win. The ignorant people that I don't want to learn this stuff. I want to get it hooked up so that it's alert on my phone, and when it clicks, I'm going to tap.
I'll have to see. I don't know why not many of the alerts that I've been getting, they're not coming across as tap to trades. They're coming across as trade alerts, which means you have to go in and manually do the things.
Oh.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe
you got another step to do, because I've watched John Horenza.
When I click on the alert, it's like all trade alerts. And I'm like, where's the tap to trade alert? The tap to trade ones.
Yeah, I think you're probably going to have to set that up on your phone so you get them.
Well, I get the notifications and the alerts, but they're all so far have just been trade alerts, not tap to trade.
There isn't any tap to trades coming in yet, is what Peter said.
Yeah, they're not. Oh, so they're maybe this is what
after
the 5th to 8th.
Yeah, maybe during the orientation call, Josh will like bring that up or something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
that on Monday. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it's pretty funny. Peter's in here too. Hey, well, 400, then lost 360. Yeah, it's like I just want to be ignorant. I just want to keep this as simple as it is, because I know that's why I did this training, you guys. I thought, man, if I have a bunch of people in the inner circle that watch me bring in all these people, now everyone's going to have to figure out how to get it connected, how to get it all going. And I promise you, the people that do the minimum and doesn't become overeducated and because my presentation is going to be simple, just like I did with the gold bot. You know what I mean? if it just didn't blow up, I'd be still saying, hey, look it, I made $300 today. Hey, look it, I made $1,000 today. What did you do? Funded an account and hooked up the GoBot. See, that was good for me until it fell. So I'm learning to be more. I don't want to know all this stuff, right? I know there's some people that are going to get into all that and want to be an educator for Akashic. So I don't want to be. You know, I'll say this and then we'll leave. I have never met a day trader that makes more than me. That's all I'm going to say. So when people come to me and go, you should need to do this, and I'm going, you should do what I'm doing. When's the last time that you had 30,000 people responsible for your income? Sounds to me like you're doing all the hard work. I don't want to get up at 4 a.m. and look at a fucking chart. I am not interested. It's like, that's what get me out of day trading to begin with. I'm going like, this seems like a full-time job. And the people are complaining about it that's teaching it. You know, like watching some of the videos with Roaring Kitty. You know, I watched some of his old ones on YouTube.
About it and stuff.
Yeah, and he's sitting there and he's going, oh my God. You know what I mean? Here we go again. I'm going like, you're doing some stuff, but why are you so not happy about it?
This is stressful for him.
Oh my God. Yeah, he created something that, I'd like to make a decision today, but my decision hurts millions of people. Ugh. That sounds like running for president. I'm joking. But thanks, Arthur. So I'm going to turn this over. Have a great night. Craig, let's close her out.
Sounds good. Thank you so much, Arthur, for all that you've contributed, as well as thank you to John Tier, Lisa Marie Cook, and Kai Au. We appreciate you guys. We love you, and we're just very happy to have you join us today here on the Inner Circle. Wow. And it was a great Inner Circle. Watch the opening. And of course, if you have segments, that we posted some of those segments in here. If you want to download the links that associated with what Robert shared and what we all shared today, go ahead and click on the 3 dots that are in the meeting chat next to where it says Inner Circle Breakthrough Session, and then click on Save Chat. It will download to your computer. Also, shout out to Matt Hollis. Matt, love you, appreciate you. Thank you so much for being our executive producer. We couldn't do this without you, my friend.
Thank you,
so
Craig.
much.
Couldn't do it without you either.
Appreciate that. And of course, Robert and Terry, thank you guys for being our hostesses with the mostesses.
What was that word again that we couldn't say?
I've already forgotten it.
Nascence. Something like
say
that.
It 5 times fast.
Yeah. 5 times fast, 5 times fast, 5 times fast, 5 times fast, 5 times fast.
Oh, no.
He's gotten that one before, I guess.
That was
Thank
brutal. That was good.
I love Peter's reaction. Oh, my goodness. Well, thank you all so very, very much for being here as part of the Inner Circle. And please don't forget, we're going to be doing the podcast live tomorrow at 12 p.m. Pacific. So watch for that. Also, AMAs at 12 p.m. Pacific on Saturday. And Imaginators, 12 p.m. Pacific on Sunday.
That's for Montana. For Montana. Okay.
No gang signs in here, you guys.
So that's what we got coming up. We look forward to having you join us then. Thank you all so very, very much. We love and appreciate you. And until next time, please be good to yourselves. Be cash. Bye-bye. I'm going to go ahead and unmute everyone so we can all say so long.
So long, y'all.
Thank you, everybody.
Yeah.
Thanks for being on
Thank
here.
you, everybody. Love you
guys so
all.
much.
Peter and Linda.
Terry.
Bye, Melody.
God bless you all.
Thank
See
you
you,
guys so much
Jerome.
for being here. Thank
Hi,
you.
James, Arthur,
Awesome.
Mike, Bill,
Pat,
Matthew.
Pat,
Thanks, Dad.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank you,
everybody.
Craig. Love you
Bye.
guys.